Well, hello everybody. It is Thursday, July 13th, and it's time for Marvel Legendary Randomizer number 100 and... what is it? What did I say? 31? I almost said 13, and then I'm like, I think I've done a few more than that. So that messed up my mind. Hey everybody, hey, thanks for the sub, Kyla. 21 months of subs for Kyla. Subs are coming in right off the bat. A.S. Miller, thank you for the sub. Almost 2 years for A.S. Miller and Silver Fox there for 14 months. I'm so glad to see you all. We only have a handful of masterminds left before we reset the whole thing. Now, there may be something that comes in and changes that up. Because if you guys didn't see the news, I don't know if you've been living under a rock, but there was a new Legendary core set coming. It is a core set based off of the Disney Plus What If TV series. We know a little bit about it. We know some of the characters that are going to be in it, what size the box is going to be, but otherwise, there's a lot of mystery. So I can't wait to find out more. And there's going to be, what, 4 masterminds in that set, so that may come out before I get through these final masterminds. We'll see what happens, in what order. Silver Fox, I got some good news for you. We can't get the Beyonder again because, spoiler alert, I defeated the Beyonder in the last game. So there's your good news for the day. If you didn't get to watch that, I spoiled it for you. You were about to see in the results anyway. So yeah, Beyonder is out of here. Got some real good luck with some 5-cost artifacts, which really work against him in that last game. And we're going to talk about how you all did in that last game as well. And you have achieved a level 1 hype train. Thank you guys for, Kyla, thanks for the bits, and Jolt, thanks for the bits. And we got some promo wheel spins. All right. That is true. Technically, Avatar is right, which is a sentence I've said a lot over these streams, because if there's a scheme that brings in or uses extra masterminds, other masterminds that are not eliminated can come back in, but we can't get the Beyonder as our one and only mastermind, I should say, more specifically. But all right, we got a promo wheel spin, and then we'll go over the results from this week's league. Anything else I want to say? The featured format, Magic Myths and Monsters, is out for Legendary Legacy Arcade. Give that a shot if you haven't. It's probably, Remington's got to be World War Hulk. It's so simple, so effective. Wasteland Hulk, Bristol, Vegas. Yeah, there's a lot of opportunities for some interesting things to come up. So we got the Legendary Legacy Arcade going on. Adventure is almost done. We are 99.9% of the way there, almost 0.9. One more path, and every single character in Legendary has a hero path, which for now, which is exciting. And we are rating all the heroes every day. We're up to Deadpool. We rated Solo today. And then the keyword tournament is going on. If you have not participated in the keyword tournament, if you play Legendary, you know a keyword or two. So come to the Discord and participate in that. We're doing round 2. It'll be over in a handful of days. And then we'll move on to round 3 and see where that goes. All right, let's go ahead and spin that wheel, and then we will go over the results from this week. Who spun it? Somebody spun it. It was Rio Firestar spinning the wheel. Let's pop that open and see what you get. All right. You know the rules. 2 spins. For a second spin means you give your first spin. You forfeit the second spin. Goes to somebody in chat. All right. Mae Parker took a bunch of kids to Vegas. Yeah, this is your game, right? And Psylord decided to make a demonic bargain for souls playing blackjack for me and all the other day. You told me about that. They played the blackjack scheme and put only children in the hero deck, and that's the kind of person Kyle is. I kid. All right, let's go ahead and see what the first spin nets you. Oh, that is a good spin. That is the N Sabanur, very rare. LPC number 1. I do not have many of these. That is an amazing spin. Would you like to keep that? That is up to you. I don't have many of these at all. All right, you're claiming it. Please send me your mailing address and Sabanur in the Discord if you haven't already. And there you go. That's off the wheel. That's fun. These are the ones that Upper Deck was so kind to send me too. I do not have many of those. That looks so cool. All right, let's go ahead and go over the results. And I'm just paying it forward with this. Let's go over the results of this past week's league. Again, thank you to Ollie and Kyla for putting these together. Here was the setup right here. It was the Beyonder's Sinister Ambitions. Got lucky with a couple of shield in the hero deck for both setups because setup B is based on setup A. You're welcome. Thanks for spinning. I'm glad you got the one you wanted. All right, so what do you think the win rate and the like value was for this one? This hero deck gave people a shot to take down the Beyonder because he is tough. I had success with Star-Lord and his 5-cost artifacts, his triggered artifacts, which they were out, so they were a permanent negative to the Beyonder's attack with Cosmic Threat. That was great. Just want to see what you think, on average, how it went. But speaking of Storm, by the way, while you guys are putting your predictions in, Storm was retired after this setup. This is her 10th randomized appearance, so Storm can no longer appear in any of my randomized setups on the Randomizer streams, at least until all heroes are retired, which is probably never going to happen. Jinjos, thank you so much for the resub. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Checking out the chat. Looks like we got percentage-wise of win percentage 70, 41, 192, 68, and 61%. Like value is like a 2 to a 3, a lot of 3s, 3.3. Let's go ahead and 45 for Jinjos. Let's take a look. So it was a moderate difficulty setup. Looks like this hero deck really did some heavy lifting. It was a 67% win rate here. Definitely a different rate against the Beyonder with other setups. But thanks to the double shield and some other stuff, 67%. And a 3.2. You guys are right. 3.2, not 3.3. You guys are very close. But that makes it a good setup. So if you want a moderately difficult, good setup, I recommend this one. All right, let's go ahead and... yeah, you guys are close. You almost got both of them. That's correct. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at some of the results here. So we had a lot of participation this week. I'm glad to see participation pick back up after the tournament. So 9th place goes to Blushing Ether and Silver Fox for setup B. Ignore what it says setup A up there. Shield heroes were great, but couldn't get the rare Nick Fury in time. 8th place goes to Montax there with 9 total rank points. 7th place goes to Off the Cuff with 11 total rank points. 6th place goes to Snatch Cat with 19 total rank points so far. Snatch Cat is the first winner for setup B here. 5th place goes to Flip Flop Maniac with 23.5 total rank points. Achievement unlocked. Finish off the Beyonder with Pure Fury. Not the only time you're going to hear Pure Fury in these comments. Elsa, Nick, and Storm made a pretty mean deck together. Also got to combine Archon's Rare with Storm's movement for rooftop shenanigans. Love the city manipulation. One of my favorite mechanics, legendary. All right, and 3rd place was a tie between Jolt and Pragmatic Squid. Both got 25 total rank points. Jolt did it by having no escapes, and Pragmatic did it by winning fast. All right. 2nd place here. Both your games were rough. I can imagine. All right. Here we go. Red John with 2nd place. 26.5 total rank points. I just wanted to read this comment because I like the dragon. I like the dragon too. And then look at that. 5th in turns, but 2nd place. Let's go ahead and take a look at who got 1st place, and the chat might have given it away. That was Avatarish, who got 33 total rank points, had 0 progress until hand 2, got Pure Fury, and Pure Fury did it. Yeah, you 34 turns, I guess, in a vacuum seems like a long time, but you finished faster than everybody else in this. No escapes, and highest points per turn as well with 142. Close to the 150 that are below you, but still. So, well done, everybody there. Roast Royal, your score didn't get counted. When did you submit it? I'll have to check on that. Are there scores missing? If there's scores missing, I'll have to check on that. I don't know if Ollie's here. But if there's... Oh, do we have something to fix? All right, Ollie's checking it out. Hold on. This is live. If nothing else, if we don't figure it out on this stream, then I'll revise it before the results actually go up. So I'm going to keep going to setup A and let me know, Ollie, if there's something we got to go over. All right, he's fixing it live right now. Hold on, I see his cursor right there. Let's go ahead and take a look at setup A. We'll come back down. All right, setup A is oh, did we get some setup B's in setup A? No, we didn't. All right, so let's go to the top 10. Brent Campbell there with 13th place in setup A. First villain card was the Dark Apprentice, which ended up escaping and bringing in who else but our good buddy Annihilus. I love that. In case you don't know, Dark Apprentice is the ambition that brings another Mastermind, a random Mastermind into the game with one tactic, and because the ambitions are randomized... Okay, no, so everything's good. That was... I know, it's because it said setup A at the top. That's confusing. That should be hidden. But, yes. So, that's the ambition that when it escapes, it brings out... yeah, you guys are good. You guys are good. It was a setup A part. That was confusing. So, yeah, that ambition brings an extra Mastermind, and not everybody got the same ambition, so that was fun. Funny to read, but let's keep reading this. I was never able to materialize a consistent deck on either side to Annihilus. Thank you for hiding that. But now it is setup A, so put it back. And Annihilus kept pushing the ambitions out of the city. Probably the most embarrassingly one-sided game I have played in a while. Rough, but I loved reading that. All right, setup there. Thank you. Thank you, Ollie. All right, 11th place there. All right, let's do our top 10. 10th place is Off the Cuff with 19.5 total rank points. 9th place is Jinjos with 23.5. There's your score. Multiple Man is the only reason I won that game. KO'd all of my great cards and left me with the good stuff. Curse you, Beyonder. He's gone, though. 8th place is Snash and Speakin' with 34.5 total rank points. I'm thinking of halves because of all the Deadpool cards. 6th place was a tie between Snatch Cat and Jolt with 40 total ranked points. 5th place was Joe Stone with 40.5 total ranked points. 4th place was TechFeed with 41 total ranked points. By the way, looking at the wins, everybody above Genders and above got the win there, and talked about a lot of comments about Mockingbird and X13, and I agree. Let's look at our top 3. 3rd place is Red John, 20 bystanders KO'd. 2nd place with 44.5 total ranked points, by the way. 2nd place goes to Rio Firestar with 47 total ranked points. 2 shield heroes in the same setup. Lots of KOing power. This match was so much fun. Obviously, one of the hands focused only on Agent X13 and Mockingbird, while the other hand mixed all the non-shield heroes. Got an unlucky escape early on due to a lack of damage, but once I got Mockingbird's rare and two of their Mockingbird's uncommon? 2 of her uncommons. I reached shield level 4 and completely destroyed the Beyonder. One fun thing to note is that I pulled the double Agent of Shield bystander, which let me copy Infinity Formula. I got 2 hits that turn. Would definitely play it again. 1st place here goes to Avatar, who got 49 total rank points. So double 1st place, but there's one more score I got to show you, and it's mine. I don't count, but I was ranked at the top here with 50 total rank points. I got a really lucky early combo, again, with the shield heroes and Star-Lord's artifact. But basically, Avatar swept the week this week, so well done, Avatar, on that. And everybody, thank you all for playing and taking on the Beyonder. Just for taking on the Beyonder, I give you all immense credit. But yeah, double 1st place, well done. All right, let's go ahead and move on. That is the past. You can check that score out when it's uploaded on the league sheet, on the league form. But now it's time for a brand new setup. So let's get this together. I would love to hear, as usual, what you all think is going to happen. Who's showing up? If you want to check league.bageltalkgames.com, you can see what's left in the rotation. There's only a few masterminds left, a good chunk of schemes, a lot of schemes, and all the heroes and villains and henchmen except for Storm. That's it. By the way, in case you don't know, while you're putting your guesses in, we eliminate villains after 10 appearances too, if no schemes require them. And because after we use all the masterminds, we're no longer going to care about always leads groups, except for the new sets. Villains can get easily retired at 10 appearances, which is good for some of the ones that don't have always leads groups. All right. Gambit could finally appear today. If you're feeling lucky, get some Midnight Suns. We have not seen any Midnight Suns yet. I don't want to say what HPHD said, except for the Loath part. Would love to use Wong. Wong is a great hero set. Let me start the predictions too. No, we're talking about this. Queen Storm, it would be really funny if Queen Storm showed up today with her first appearance after her alter self is being retired. There's the predictions for you. How do you think this game's going to go before you see the setup? If you're bold, Squirrel Girl, Howard the Duck, King Black Panther, Morbius was in the game. Yeah, so I'll take that back. I meant no masterminds from Midnight Suns. Morbius is the only anything from Midnight Suns we've seen in the randomizer. But yes, we've seen Morbius, and although he was teamed up with a Sunspot, and that's not a great combo, I would love to see him again in a different context. Yeah, we got 1 win, 1 lose so far before I do anything. Whoa, okay, I'm nervous for you. Okay, let's randomize this thing. I'm very nervous. There's some tough ones left. Deep breath. Get in Zen mode. Here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Okay, I'm just going to let you figure out what this Mastermind and Scheme combo does, because this is really bad. And I'm going to go get the cards now. This is going to be a fun one for you guys this week. Oh, what a combo. Get those predictions in. I mean, the good news is that Killmonger's wounds can be put back in the stack, but that still might not be great. But yeah, that's pretty gross. This is pretty gross. But I'm going to play it. I commit to playing anything that comes up. Unless it's an impossible illegal setup, but that rarely happens. Wasn't on my bingo card, I'll tell you that much. Alright, where the heck is the Legacy Virus? What if I can't find the scheme? Do I have to play it? Do I have it under L for Legacy or T for the? I think it's under L for Legacy. Oh no, you don't have to play this then. All right. I'm having a... Oh, I found it. All right, there it is. Oh, man. You did. I mean, the good news is I may be playing 3 games tonight. I don't know. Okay. I was hoping for a nice, easy, peaceful game today. We gotta keep track of Hydra level 2. I'll tell you right now, Ollie, for the special rules, you got to put in Taskmaster's errata in that. And the Goons as well. Alright. Hope you like Goons. I mean, we're going to do it. I'll do a prediction for each game I play. I do like Karnak. 5 different teams. And Symbiote's fighting. I don't know about this one, you guys. Okay, Karnak. 1, yeah. Rio, that's the motto of these streams. People think it's hilarious I have to play this until, oh wait, am I playing the league this week? Psylocke. Psylocke might win this for me. If I win this, it'll probably be because of her. Alright. I look forward to us rating Psylocke's cards. It shouldn't be that long. X-Men is next. Thank you for the water. Get that in a second. Iron Man Noir. I like Symbiote Spider-Man, but does he fit here? Okay. All right, that took way too long. All right, right now there's 16 for lose, 5 for win, so I'm not super surprised there. But there are 11.2 thousand points there towards win, so we'll see how that works out. Gotta flip Killmonger to his epic side. I have not fought Killmonger yet, so if I lose this stream to Killmonger, he'll come back and he could be epic again, as per the rules we've established. But I do like Killmonger's League. I love the art on it, and I told you I actually met the artist who did some of the art in this set, including Killmonger and his League. And I don't know. It was controversial with some people, but I really like the style. So I'm happy to see it. Okay. This scheme needs 8 twists. Eight. There we are. Those are 5 strikes. Let's get our 2 bystanders. And then we got to deal with the wound stack. Okay, that is ASML has committed. If I win, do I have to win the first game or do I have to win it all over the stream? That's kind of important. What do we got? 6 twists. I'm gonna have to keep track of the wound stack for you. Win the the first 2. So if I win the first or the second game, A.S. Miller is going to gift 10 subs. So that's bold. That is really not a vote of confidence for me that I'm going to do well. But we'll see. Again, Killmonger is only worth 4 VP. So piercing energy is very good against him. And it gets through all the wound stuff. Because he says you cannot fight him, but piercing energy gets through all fight restrictions. So if I can get 4 piercing energy early enough, often enough, I can win this before the wound stack runs out. Special rules for, I didn't say anything for the Goons. It's for A.I.M, Hydra, Offshoot. It's Taskmaster's errata. Okay, there's the villain deck. And I will bring up... Did I say something for the Maggia Goons? They don't have a special rule, right? I just said I don't want to fight them. Thank you for the subs. I'll go ahead and read those in a second. I was just talking about the Goons. I don't know if there's going to be any other special rules. Maybe a clarification on how the wounding works, and when you fight a villain with wounds, they can go back to the wound stack. If I was doing that, I would quote the rule sheet on that, because this is a scheme where that is going to be important. And I actually want to read it again. It's under the wounding enemies section in the Black Panther rule sheet. I kind of want to read it again with this scheme. I put the shield officer's clarification not counting towards escapes. Yes, thank you for A.I.M. Escape villains. Yeah, so if A.I.M is going to put shield officers in the escape pile, nothing else in this setup turns officers into villains. So counting them as villains in the escape pile wouldn't make any sense. Now, if you're mixing in a hero that or cards that do that, it gets confusing. Just for anybody listening, never count shield officers in the escape pile as villains unless they entered as villains, because they conflict sometimes with A.I.M, who just puts them there as officers, and the other group for Hydra level. All right. I forgot to switch to hero deck. It's okay. I'm gonna have a bad time anyway. All right. Oh, my starting hands. If I see an early high VP, high piercing energy Psylocke, I'm very happy. It's all on her, really. Yeah, I'm gonna read over the Mastermind scheme in a second. We'll talk about that. Yes, all these got it. If your wound stack contains different kinds of wounds. No, that's not what I mean. I mean, when you fight a villain that is wounded, those wounds go back into the wound stack. But the ones you gain, I don't think you can return them. That's more what I mean. I'll put forth 5 right off the bat because I hope you win. Oh, thank you. And first I'll do the 5. Okay, thank you. Thank you for the gifted subs. I'll read those all in a second. Very kind of you. All right, I think that's it for the setup. Amazing. Oh, the other scheme setup is... because I don't want to lose my train of thought. I will. Yes, exactly, Snash. Thank you so much for those off the bat 5 gifted subs. Let me... 12 wounds in the wound stack. That's it. That's all I got. 6 per player. That's 12. Okay, and that is it. Decent time, actually. I did pretty well on that, but let's hide that. And by the way, thank you so much to the following people. Let me read this in order. So Montax, thank you so much for the Prime sub. 28 months of subs for Montax. And then Montax said, drink some water with that. So I will. Here's to you, Montax. Thank you very much. Oh, he says, best of luck with this awful combo. Yes, I will. I'll do my best. Flip Flop. Oh, Flip Flop is a happy birthday, Flip Flop. Not exactly, but subscribe for a year. I call that a birthday here. Thank you for the Prime sub. And a year-old bagel is still fresh. I'm like 3 years old by now. Snash with the Prime sub. Thank you so much. And then A.S. Miller with the 5 community sub gifts. Thank you so much. And those 5 who got subs, enjoy those subs. Use some emotes, whatever you want to do. It's part of the main rules text for them to go back to the wound stack. It's the event that you have Grievous that they need to go to the bottom. Right, but the point is they go back. They don't go to the KO pile. The point is they go back and refill into the wound stack. I just don't want people to play this and think that when you fight a villain that has any number of wounds, those get KO'd or into the victory pile along with them, because that's going to make it easier to lose, you know? But yeah, just the one tech hero, Iron Man Noir. All right, let's go over our Mastermind scheme here. And first, submissions closed for the prediction. So exactly 25% of you said win, or go over the points. 75 of the points said lose. 6 of you said win. 20 of you say lose, and I do not blame you for that prediction. And if you don't know why that prediction is as it is, I'm about to read what this setup is going to do. So check it out. We start with Epic Killmonger. He's got 6 attack, but while he has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight him. Good news is that wounds for villains can come from the KO pile. Yes, 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 yes. That's the part I was in the back of my head. Well, yes. So that's the second part. When you wound a villain, you can pull him from the KO pile. The only way I'm going to exhaust the wound stack is like his Master Strike and other things. So anyway, while Killmonger has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight him. Instead, you may spend attack equal to his attack to wound him and get +1 recruit. When you do fight him, each other player gains 1 of his wounds. Master Strike, each player gains a wound. Gain them from Killmonger's wounds if possible. So yeah, Ollie, if you want to add what Snash just said, that's the second part that I wanted to reread it for to the special rules as well. That's Epic Killmonger. Gives him more attack, so it's another 6 attack he's basically worth. Perfect, thank you. By the way, I want to see what is a non-epic Master Strike because I've forgotten what it is. It is, here it is. Each player must reveal 4 different hero classes or gain 1 of the wounds on Killmonger. Any player who can't do that must either discard Must either, can't do either, must discard down to 4. So yeah, it doesn't even matter at only 1 tech hero because you just get wounds. So, I want Killmonger. The thing is, I want to wound Killmonger and kind of leave those there strategically when I think Master Strikes might happen. Because if I wound Killmonger, I can use one from the KO pile that I've KO'd. But the thing is, let me read the scheme and then I'll go over this. Here's why I'm worried, and some of you are not because you vote against me here. The Legacy Virus, 8 twists, wound stack holds 6 wounds per player. Twist, each player reveals a tech hero or gains a wound. That's the tech part. Evil wins if the wound stack runs out. So that is 8 opportunities for wounds there with tech heroes that are very scarce in this setup. Plus Killmonger, each player gains a wound on a Master Strike. So maximum there. that's awful. That's 18 wounds. Yeah, this is really rough. So again, I'm hoping that I can just get early Psylocke, because the thing about Psylocke is that she gets piercing energy that can get through the entire wounding mechanic, and I can hit Killmonger for 4 piercing energy. That's what I'm relying on. So let's go ahead and see who's starting in our HQ. I'm very worried about this, but I'll play it again if I need to. All right. Wow. Just what I wished. Let me hide this. That is exactly what I wished. Look at that. I hope I got a 5 and 1 on one side. Yes, there's a lot of things that can give wounds. Look at this. This is the card I needed. Butterfly Effect. I need 1 more of these, but 2 plus piercing energy. X Gene Covert to get +1. So that's 3 right there. I'm very happy to see that. We got Brilliant Strategist Karnak. What if I don't see any more Psylocke for the rest of the game? Focus the Old Power Caiera. Brilliant Strategist again. All right, we got some few cheap things, 2 cost. So with all these 2s, I might be able to build a Symbiote Spidey deck on one side and go for Psylocke on the other. We'll see how much time I've got. Yes, piercing energy gets through all fight restrictions. So you can just hit him for 4 piercing energy. Doesn't matter how many wounds he's got. If I'm lucky, I'll be able to do that quick. We'll see if one side got a 5 and 1, and then I'll be able to recruit her right away. That'll help me with the goons as well. But anyway, let's go ahead and remember that I put the wrong side on. So I'm going to leave this for a second. I got to update the stats. What do I got to keep track of? I got to change the twist to 8. I got to keep track of wounds remaining. And that's it. All right, let me go ahead and adjust that. I can bet this one's fun level and win rate is going to be very low this week. Do you think this is going to be higher or lower of fun level than Maria Hill's Organized Crime, or Maria Hill's whatever the one we played? The lowest scored Maria Hill one. I don't know. Okay, let's update this. I'm a little worried. Going to 4. 7, 8, 9, 10. Yep, got 12 wounds in that stack. I'm using 12 wounds. I'm going to count up. When I'm at 12 out of 12 wounds used, the stack is empty and I have lost. But we're going to do our best here, as we always try to do. Oh, the arrow didn't switch again. Come on, arrow. This one arrow gives me so much trouble. I don't know what's going to be tougher today, this setup or this arrow that makes me switch between teams when I don't want to. All right, let's clear that. Depends on how fast you can get Psylocke going. Her yellow cards are also going to be harder to trigger since she's the only one. Yeah. That's crazy. That's 0% win rate, though. Somebody's going to win this. Somebody's going to win this. Yeah, that's crazy. Psylocke is the... Oh, no, Karnak's got some instinct. Symbiote and Caiera also have some instinct. Yeah, no piercing energy in B at all, so I don't know what Ollie and Kyle are going to do for setup B with just Black Panther and Core to mimic Psylocke. Not my responsibility anymore. Good luck with that. Let's begin with turn number 1 officially right now. Okay. All right, so I'm going to have... Okay, cool. So my next turn is going to be a 5 and 1. So on the next turn on the left-hand side, I can pick up Butterfly Effect. Yeah, Core Spidey is easy, but we'll see if I can see him, see Symbiote Spidey. for the right-hand side. We're quitting. Nope, this is what you signed up for. All right, turn number 1 is going to be our Goons, our first Maggia Goons. Maggia Goons, which I can't say today, have Bribe, which means you can spend any combination of attack and recruit or recruit to fight them and fight KO one of your heroes, like the KO power they give me. So I've got the 3 and 3, so I can fight the Goons this turn if I spend a recruit. The question is, I want to see what the right-hand side's got. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, right-hand side's got 5 right now. So both sides are going to have 5 recruit in the first 2 turns. So what I could do here... no worries. If you do want to see this setup, it's put an exclamation setup, you get a better picture of it. So what I could do here is spend the extra recruit, hit the Maggia Goons, and then start a 2-cost Symbiote Spidey deck here, and then right-hand side, the Hydra side here, can recruit Psylocke and get that going with the 5 that I know it's got. And that'll freshen up the HQ for options on the right-hand side, maybe. So let's do that. Let's spend 3 attack and 1 recruit to fight the Goons and KO one of my heroes. We will KO one of these agents. And we'll pick up one of these 2 costs. There's 2 costs I can take here. We've got Brilliant Strategist. 1 recruited, I get +1 attack, which I guess I could have done instead of spending my recruit, but then I would have had 1 left over anyway. And then 1 attack. Covert, when you draw a new hand of cards at the end of this turn, draw an extra card. That's pretty good for a Spidey deck. And then we've also got Shadow Queen, Caiera, 1 attack, outwit, draw a card, which is terrible for a Spidey deck, because if I have a Spidey deck that's really good, I can't outwit. I have to have at least 3 different costs of cards. So that's not so good for that plan. I'm going to start by... I'm going to take a Karnak, and we'll see where that goes. And I get +1 attack for recruiting it, and that's not going to go anywhere. Now, I got to remember, I can spend 6 attack to wound the Mastermind, which I should probably do before he pulls 1 for giving people a wound. And yeah, here's my next hand as observed. I got 5 recruit coming up. Symbiote Spidey may never show up anyway, so maybe I shouldn't worry about that. Turn 2 is going to give us our first aim, which is Superia. Oh, I guess I have to add a tracker for the Hydra level. Ambush. Put a card from the Shield Officer's deck into the escape pile. All right, let's do that. It's going to be a standard Maria Hill. Then each player reveals a random card from their hand. If the Hydra level is higher than that card's cost, that player discards. Yep, I looked at it earlier. I knew this hand had it, so otherwise I wouldn't have done what I did. First hand had it too, or had it on turn 3. Okay. The Hydra level is going to be higher than any of these. So this might mess up my 5 and 1. Oh, is that what you're saying? Going to mess me up? Yep. Now, left-hand side is going to have a 5 and 1 as well, so I'm not worried too much about it. If this gets messed up, I'll just take Psylocke on the left and just keep Karnak around anyway. All right. I might get lucky and reveal the attack. Oh, it is each player. All right, so I got 2 chances to not get messed up. All right. Yes, it is each player. You're right. Sometimes that gets confusing in my brain because I'm like, I'm the only one here. Wait. All right. Here's the reveal for the left-hand side. For the right-hand side, sorry. Yep. There goes that 5 and 1. One more shot. This is not a great start. I should have recruited Psylocke when I had the chance. I didn't know this was going to happen. Maybe I'll get another chance. Here it is. Nope. So, yep, both sides messed up. As expected. As expected. So let me go ahead and add a tracker for the Hydra level as I crash and burn this rest of this entire game. Hydra level's 1. Okay. I had something of a chance, and I have even less of a chance now. Very bad. But hey, I got streamer privileges. I can play the second time. Likely to go better a second time. All right, let's increase that Hydra level to 1. And let's play this turn out. So now I've got a 4 and 1, which is sad. And I cry. Okay, so we got Steam-Powered Arsenal, Iron Man. 3 attack. To play this, you must put another card from your hand on top of your deck. Fine. This is a good pickup. I can swap it with a recruit card I don't need. I might also take Shadow Queen over here, but I can't do it this turn. So let's start with the Steam-powered Arsenal. Some early attack. A 3-attack card is pretty good. And there's a Spidey. All right. So I guess left side is going for the Spidey deck because I do see Spidey. Yeah, and there's just 3 and 3 coming up next. This was a 5 and 1, but now it's not. Turn 3 is another Goons. We got 4 recruit. I'm lamenting what could have been. But I think Shadow Queen can combo with Psylocke to get X-Gene. Yes. So she'll go over there for that reason and others. But I have to get Psylocke first. Yes, you're right. Spidey does have that support, so I'm going to try to go for him right now. Let's look at Spider Sense Tingling. It is reveal the top 2 cards of your deck, put any that cost 2 or less into your hand, put the rest back in the order. This is a great card if all the cards you have cost 2 or less, which is the plan. So I will take this for 2. And, alright, there's another Shadow Queen for the other side. This side's taking Karnak. Give me 1 more attack. But I can't do anything with that 2 attack. There we go, Psychic Knife. A cheaper Psylocke. Also a 2 cost, by the way. A lot of 2 costs for people who want to build a Spidey deck here. But that's the turn. It is key that I build these decks quickly. Because once the wounds start going on, I am in trouble. New hand. Maybe I'll get lucky and get the 5 and 1 again. I got 3, and I might be able to draw 2 more. So we'll see. But that's the wrong side. Anyway, I'll still be tempted to take it on that other side if I can, but kind of don't want to. Okay, a 3 and 3, and that gives us Baron Macabre from Killmonger's League. Baron Macabre has an ambush effect. A villain from your victory pile enters the city. Okay, there aren't any. Wound that villain, then wound Baron Macabre a number of times equal to that villain's VP. So right-hand side's got no villains in the victory pile, so this doesn't do anything. Last week's results are posted. Setup E is going to be interesting. Take your time. Go over every avenue. 3 and 3. Okay, so this side, I want to take Psychic Knife. If I do, I can hit the Maggia Goons as well. I could also take 2 Shadow Queen. Psylocke, 5 cost Psylocke is worth disrupting a Spidey deck. I don't think you have the time to try to build the perfect... I don't, but... So yeah, I'll probably... If I get 5 recruit on a turn, on the Spidey side, I'll have to think hard about that. Let's pick up... I'm going to pick up Psychic Knife, because I'll just have to get more instinct cards, but I got to make an investment here. And... wow. I almost want to take a bunch of Maria Hills now. Because this has 3 piercing energy. Reveal the top card of the hero deck. The player of your choice puts it in their hand. 3 piercing energy straight up. Combined with Butterfly Effect, this can destroy Killmonger. Her rare showed up so early. I'm not recruiting her. Alright, let's spend the 4 to take out the Goons. A partial bribe, taking out the Hydra operatives. But I'm not getting a lot of recruit cards at all. So I might have to go Maria, because I need to recruit the big ones. Oh, these go in here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't want to sway the votes, but I think that Psylocke is going to be an S-tier hero in the ratings. I think she's going to be specifically the next S-tier hero. She's going to bump some... she's going to be the next one, I think. I could be wrong. There's some other good ones in X-Men. And she might not be rated that highly by everybody, but I think she's an S-tier. All right, got 1 Psylocke. Moving over. Turn 5 is Venom with 2 M's. Ambush. Wound Venom. Each player may discard a card to wound Venom again. Okay, so he gets 1 wound, which is going to reduce the stack. I don't want to wound him anymore because that reduces the stack. I agree with that. All right, so let's go ahead and wound him. The stack can go back into the stack, though, if I do wound him twice. But it does temporarily reduce the size of the stack. I'm not going to take the risk. I'm going to just wound him once. So he's an 8 attack. We reduce the number of wounds in the stack right now, which is 1 out of 12 used so far. It can go back. I'm just thinking for a second. If he escapes, choose which players gain each event of his wounds, dividing them as evenly as possible. Tech Fiend, yeah, you're right about that, I think. There's probably a reason why that's the case, though. Probably gets complicated. All right, let's start with Spider Sense Tingling. Reveal the top 2 cards of your your deck. Put any that cost 2 less into your hand. Put the rest back in the order. All right, I got 1 agent, but also 1 trooper. So that didn't get me the 5 recruit. 1, 2, 3. All right, 4 recruit, 3 attack. Again, this is the Spidey side, which is not going to be able to outwit. I mean, I could take a Shadow Queen, but it's just going to be a 1 attack card that doesn't do anything. So, and I don't want to take Maria's on this side. So do I do nothing? I guess I got to get a sidekick. Yeah, it's a sidekick turn. Sidekick's going to be better than Shadow Queen. All right, it's Zabu. That's some KOing there. And that's going to be nothing on anything else. Covert is good. Did I count the extra trooper? Because that was from the draw from Spidey. All right, I got 2 Brilliant Strategists coming up, which I already have. Turn 6. First game twist. This is where it starts all falling apart. Welcome. Welcome. Enjoy that. Okay, so here we go. Shadow Queen equals extra trooper. Yes, yes, yes. Gotcha. All right, each player reveals a tech hero or gains a wound. That's not going to happen. Haven't seen a single tech hero at all. Sidekicks would help with that. But anyway, both players get a wound, which is going to not only make wounds happen, which are annoying, but that's 2 more wounds used from the stack. So we're down to 9 wounds in the stack already. On the first twist of 7 more twists, I don't like those odds. Right-hand side is going to draw a card, and that card is an operative, which is going to give me a total of 4 recruit and 2 attack. If only I had that butterfly effect already. All right, I'm going to pick up those Shadow Queens now. I'm going to start with the first one. Revealing another rare. Wow, I do need to get some Marias out here. I love both of these rares, but I can't get them now. Another Shadow Queen. And then some Marias later, I suppose. Yeah, not a lot of recruit here at all. Where's the Karnak card that gives me recruit? There's some big cards I can get. Another 4 and 2. Probably getting a Maria with that hand. Is tech the least common? Yeah, there were none for a long time. Before Messiah Complex, there weren't any. Turn 7 is Mentallo. So we're going to increase the Hydra level. Mentallo gets +1 attack for each officer he has. Ambush. Put a card from the shield officer stack into the escape pile. And, oh man, if I had recruited an officer, it would have been Sharon Carter, but now she's in the pile. That's too bad. I should have done that. Then Mentallo gains a shield officer for each 2 Hydra levels. So he's going to get 1. Maybe it'll be somebody good. And it's just a Maria. And he gets +1 for the 1 officer that he's got. Fight, gain an officer captured by Mentallo or send it undercover. KO the rest. So 4 attack there. I'll tell you right now, I am not caring about escapes at all. Because I'm trying to win the game. And I gotta just do what's right to get the decks built up quickly. Alright, 1 attack. And then Covert, when you draw new handed cards into this turn, draw an extra card, which will apply to the second one I play. So I'll play the second one. And I got 1 extra card at the end of this turn. Building up a lot of Covert is going to get me a lot of cards here. And that's a 3rd attack. Short. Yeah, cycling the HQ with those escapes is going to be important. Like I would do in a normal game, usually, where I don't care about the score. But I'm just trying to care about winning here. Thanks to that move, Mentallo's at 4, and I can't hit anything for 3. I can't recruit anything for 3 here either. This is the Spidey side, so I'm not going to take a Maria here. I'm going to go with another sidekick. Maybe I'll get a tech one. I might not even see Spidey. It'll be a standard. Okay. Let's shuffle and draw 7 cards. Maybe give me a shot to get a rare. Although I can't get a rare. I only have 6. Nope. I have enough agents. Only KO'd 1. I'd have to get all 7 agents, though. Or some card draws. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, not that at all. Okay, turn 8. It's going to be more A.I.M. It's Graviton. They're coming out real fast. Ambush. Do the shield officer and the escape pile thing. Then for each 2 Hydra levels, and the Hydra level's now 3, heroes cost 1 more to recruit this turn. I mean, I'm glad I didn't do something like have 5 recruit right now. That would have been very upset. So everything costs 1 more. Not really gonna... I can't get Caiera, but it could have been worse if I couldn't get Psylocke. So yeah, 5, 8, 7, 8, and 6 this turn. 4 and 2. Yep, we're gonna have escapes. There's nothing I can do about it. Don't care. Let's get a Maria Hill. Maybe it won't be a Maria Hill. She only costs 3 because she's not in the HQ. And it's a standard Maria Hill. Happy to see you for once. Superior has no escape effect. Baron Macabre has no escape effect. Venom does, and he'll start passing those wounds out. So I'm going to hope I can take him out soon. I got Steam-Powered Arsenal here. Venom is... You know what? Even though they're wounded, I will put the counters on the wounded villains because it's still easier to track their attack. So he's only at 8. 6 cards. Got Maria in hand. But it's pretty split. They do add Hydra level. But we can worry about that later, right? Okay, turn 9 is going to be Malice. So Superior is going to escape. Not like I could have done something about it. So let's go ahead and take care of this. I get to KO somebody from the HQ. It's got to be one of the 3 cards that aren't 7 cost. Focus Build Power is Outwit. You may KO a card from your hand to discard pile. And Shadowforge Blade is 2+ attack and then Covert Smash 2. That's a good one for all this Covert I'm getting. I've got 3 recruit this turn. I do like the KO power, but I also have the Goons coming out. I know you would. I'm going to get rid of Focus the Old Power. I love the KO power, but I got other things in my mind right now. Replaced with, alright, there's a Spidey for this turn. And that is going to be an escape. Which, yes, as Avatar said, does increase the Hydra level because the Hydra level is the number of shield and or Hydra cards in the escape pile. So that's 1 more. Piercing Energy is... there's some ways that it's lame, but in other ways, it's the only way I can win this. Okay. And Malice comes in. Remember the order of operations. So Ambush. Return a wound from the Mastermind and from each villain to the wound stack. Hey. That's kind of a good thing. Kind of. So the counter goes back to 2 wounds used, and it goes back to 9. So Malice and Prey have this, and the Mastermind. While Malice has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight her. Instead, you may spend attack equal to her attack to wound her, and rescue a bystander. So they take some wounds, but when you fight them, the wounds go back. But I cannot have the wound stack empty at any time. Alright, let's see what I can do. No card draw, so I've got Zabu here. I don't have any cards on my discard pile, and I think I want to use... I may not need all 3 recruits, so I might KO one of my agents. Let's play the 2 agents. Let's pick up Shadowed Spider-Man for 2. Yep, 1 attack Wall Crawl, which is good. You get +1 attack for each other hero. You'll play this one that costs 1 or 2. That's going to be really helpful over here. So I'm going to go... I wish I could draw him and then play him with Brilliant Strategist, but I can't, so I'm going to take him and... choose to put him on top of my deck for the 2. Got another Caiera here. We've got 1, 2, 3 attack. We've got 1. I'm going to leave the agent in my hand. I'm going to... Yep, I'm going to play Zabu to KO this shield agent. I have a wound, though. Maybe I should use it for the wound later. Nah, I got to act quickly. I have 3 attack, which won't do anything against any of these enemies. So that's the turn. Just when you want the Goons to show up, they never do. Alright, I got 1 card to work with Shadowed Spider. but we'll see what happens. I'm invested in this game in a very strange and uncomfortable way. Turn 10 is Venom again! The villains are just pushing out of here. So before that happens, Baron Macabre is going to escape, and he's got no escape effect, so we do the KO again. I'm going to get rid of one of these Caieras. Oh, yeah, enjoy that. And another spider. And this does not increase the Hydra level, but it's just a regular escape. And Venom comes in, who has ambush, wound him, and each player can discard a card to wound him again. I'm not going to wound him again, because I don't care about the escapes, except... Yeah, if he escapes, there's only one wound that's going out. This one no longer gives out any wounds. Plus, I need all the cards that I've got. So I can get 3, 4, 5 attack this turn if I decide to... yeah, I can get 5 attack if I discard one of these. I don't need it, because I can get rid of Mentallo this way and gain an officer while I'm at it. So I will play Steam-Powered Arsenal to put this soldier on top of my deck. Give me 4 attack. And we're going to hit Mentallo for 4. Fight is gain an officer captured or sent under cover. I will choose to gain the officer, actually, this time. And then I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. And I will use this to get Shadowforge Blade Caiera. All right, something happened here. And then more Spidey for the other side. All right, maybe I do have time to build a Spidey deck after all. Do I have time to get some of these rares is the question. Moving over. I'm not going to worry about wounding Killmonger at all. I should wound him at least twice, so he passes out wounds he's already got, if I have the opportunity. Turn 11 is going to be our second twist. Still no tech. So this is just ouch, gain wounds. Everybody's going to gain a wound. That's what happens. No ifs, ands, or buts. Left and right. That's 2 more wounds used. Third of the way there to losing. So what do I want to play first? Brilliant Strategist or Shadowed Spider? Shadowed Spider, if I play it second, it will give me an extra attack. Brilliant Strategist, if I play it second, it will give me an extra card draw. So let's say I do Shadowed Spider second. It'll be 1, 2, 3, 4 attack, and I can use it to wound Malice or something. With 3 attack, I can't do anything. All I've got is 2 recruit. Blinding Flash, I can get rid of this. Actually, healing this, you may discard a card and have each other player discard a card if you do KO this wound. Other side's got a wound as well. Let me double check. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, it should be 5. I think I pressed it twice and didn't count it. There we go. Yep. But I'm about to put... So if I can KO 1 wound, it can go back to a villain when they gain 1. I get a bystander if I fight wound Malice, though. So I kind of do want the 4. I can get the 4 attack, which means I don't get an extra card next turn. It's fine. Let's go ahead and do it this way. So Symbiote, Spidey first. Nope. Karnak first, then Symbiote, Spidey. That's 1, 2, 3 attack for the extra point from Karnak, and then 4 attack there. We're going to wound Malice and see what happens. So, yep. Actually, I should do it in this order. So, Blinding Flash, you may discard a card and have... Although, if I do this, I can't recruit at Dark Strength. Which is a good card. Because I have to discard something. No. Okay, I'm going back on my decision. Let's start over. I want to do this. I want to discard a card and have each other player discard 1 to KO the wound. I could still do this and get 4 attack. But then I can't do the recruit. So forget about that. We're going to play Shadowed Spider first for 1 attack. We're going to play Brilliant Strategist for a 2nd attack. And a card draw at the end of the turn. Extra card draw. And I'm not going to hit anything this turn anyway. So let's just discard this trooper and have the other side discard their wound, which will let me KO this wound. And I can pull wounds from there for wounding purposes. I've got 2 recruit, and I'll use that to get a dark strength. Here's why I want a dark strength. 1 attack, wall crawl, reveal the top card of your deck. If it costs 1 or 2, you get +2 attack. And these can ramp up pretty well if I'm able to get rid of my grays. Or wall crawl and then do this at the same time. So goes to the top of my deck. It's going to be drawn basically as an extra card with the with Karnak. That's a pretty funny combo. So Karnak gives me an extra card draw, and Spider-Man has wall crawl, so it's kind of like they're soaring flighting themselves, which is funny. Okay, but that's the turn. 7 cards with that combo. 5, 6, and a shuffle and 1 more. That's pretty good. So you can use Spider Sense Tingling and Dark Strength. Well, not really, because Symbiote Spider-Man makes you draw the ones that apply, so. There's another Spidey. 4, 5, 6, 7. Spidey's usually rough in a random setup, but I got some of the 2 cost, and I might be making it work. Turn 12 is another twist, but I might not have the time. Once again, not a single tech card in sight. I got sidekicks, I got officers, I tried. But each player gains a wound. Once again, 2 more wounds go out. They're both standard wounds, so there you go. And that's 2 more. 5 more wounds left in the stack. When those are out of the stack, game over. Oh, I do not have a lot of time here. I got 2 recruit. Oh, let's play Psychic Knife first. Just a card draw. It's going to be an operative. So 3 recruit, 2 attack. Thank goodness the scheme doesn't say play another card from the villain deck, though. It could easily say that. I don't want either of these Spideys here. We're going to get another officer because I'm really just trying to get those rares. And it's another standard Maria. Five, 6. Okay, so I don't outwit, so I can't draw either with either Shadow Queen. But maybe the turn after that's going to probably be great. Turn 13 is, oh no. All the twists are together now. Once again, no tech. Just, I don't know why I'm checking. I didn't get a single one. No kidding. All right, 2 more wounds go out. One's upside down, but I don't care. And then that counter goes up. Very rough setup. One of the roughest setups I've had in a long while. So, yep, 3 more wounds in the wound stack. There's only 1 I could put back. Wall crawl into Dark Strength is very nice, but I might not survive this. So let's start with Spider Sense Tingling. Although, Dark Strength, I might do the Wall Crawl Recruit to Dark Strength, exactly. So let's start with Spider Sense Tingling. Top 2 cards of your deck. Both cost 2 or less. Put in my hand. Actually, no, Ashy. You want to lose slowly. Because in a loss, the longer the game is, the more points you get for turns. Basically, if you lose, you get basically 99 points added to your turn count. So that's the way it works out. This week is up. It's no worries. So yeah, if you're trying to play and you don't think you're going to win this, just try to survive as long as you can. So manage the wounds as best you can, and then you'll score highly in that category. Oh, Shadow Spider is going to be very good this turn. So let's start with the Sidekick. It counts as a card I played, so even though it's not here, I'm going to leave it over here to remind me that I did so. 1, 2. Let's go with... I'll play 1 Brilliant Strategist. That's 1 attack. Nothing else. We are going... How much recruit do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna take play 2 recruit. Yeah, we're gonna play 2 recruit, and we're going to wall crawl. Man, I wish I had drawn Shadowed Spider this next turn, but I'm still gonna take it. I'm gonna recruit and wall crawl Shadowed Spider to the top of my deck. Now we're going to play Dark Strength after I refresh the HQ. There's Fine Fatal Flaw. There's my recruit. And then 1 attack. Top part of my deck is the one I just put there, so I got 2 more attack. I'm up to 4. And then this Brilliant Strategist is going to give me 1 attack and trigger, so I get 1 extra card at the end of this turn. Drawn. Trooper is a 6th. And we'll play our 2 agents, why not? 2 more, and then the final card I'm playing here is Shadowed Spider, 1 attack. You get +1 attack for each other hero you play this turn that costs 1 or 2, and that was 1, 2, 3, 4, and that's why I left the sidekick here, 5. I'm up to 12 attack, which is pretty good right now. Now, what to do with that 12 attack? I could wound Malice a bunch of times, and I should probably hit Venom so that wound goes back for 8. And then I can... Well, if I wound Malice once, that's a wound that I could pull out of the KO pile, though. Wounding Killmonger twice would be nice. I get 1 recruit if I do so. That would be a nice way to recruit something else, but not in this turn. I definitely want to put that wound back, so I think what I'm going to do is hit Venom for 8. This wound goes to, I think, do I have a choice? I don't think so. I think it just automatically goes back to the wound stack. Venom, So the wound stack is increased by 1 again, goes to the bottom, specifically. And yeah, nothing else happens, so that's a defeat on that. And then we're going to spend the last 4 wounding Malice. I can use the Blinding Flash that I put in the KO pile to do so. So I will. And rescue a bystander. So I'm going to wound her. I'll play this because it applies. I wound her. She's a 3 attack. And I rescue a bystander. That bystander is a standard bystander. And I've got 2 recruit left to get the other Spidey. Dark Strength. Whoa, which I will wall crawl to the top of the deck. And we got another Brilliant Strategist. I got a really fun Spidey deck going that I'm probably not going to be able to finish because I don't have any tech. See, the thing is, if setup B, I don't know what setup B looks like. If setup B uses Spidey, then it's easier to avoid the wounds. 7 cards. Because of him having tech, so... Actually, I'm curious since it's up. I want to go pause and see what they did for setup B before I take turn 14. Let's go take a look at it. I'm just curious. I'm just very curious. Alright, Epic Killmonger's Legacy Virus. 3 is still 3. So, looks like you got... I guess the tech compensates for the lack of piercing, but they did put Black Widow in for Psylocke for obvious reasons. But they got Princess Shuri in for Karnak, Gambit in for Iron Man Noir, Spider-Man in for Symbiote Spider-Man, and Rogue in for Caiera. Yeah, so setup B's got no piercing energy, but some strong hero options. Also no Hydra level to deal with, but, and better, you know, Doombot and Maggia for this setup, about the same. It's pretty good. I think it's pretty even. Maybe a little bit better in setup B, but there's not much you can do. But I think it cancels it out really well. Anyway, let's get back to the game. Okay, turn 14. Yeah, thank you guys for that. Turn 14 is a Master Strike. Okay, so here comes some more wounds. All right, each player gains a wound. Gain them from Killmonger's wounds if possible. I'm glad I put 1 back because 2 more wounds go out. One's upside down again. So that's 2 more wounds left in that stack. So really, if anything happens, I lose. So let's see what happens. Right-hand side's hand. Unless I can... So here's the funny part. I can't defeat Malice because she needs 3 more wounds on her. There's only 2 wounds in the stack. So if I hit her 3 more times, I lose. There's no wounds in the KO pile. So she is untouchable right now. I cannot fight her, or I cannot defeat her, or I lose the game. And that is something. I have to KO some of these wounds I have, but I don't think I have the time. I've got 3 attack. I could wound her, but that would be really dumb of me. 3 more recruit. I'm going to take another Maria Hill and cross my fingers. Oh, it's not Maria. It's GW Bridge. I might not survive. I mean, I don't know if I've been good. This setup seems to think otherwise. Yeah, it depends on the hero you're using piercing energy with. Psylocke uses it. She's the strong. I think she's the strongest hero with piercing energy. Some others it's harder to make work. Banshee's pretty darn good with it. Jubilee's tougher. Polaris is a little tougher. Double wounds. Okay, if I can survive to rest these away, that'll be something. And then I can put all of them back into the stack. But I don't know if I have the time. Okay, Taskmaster showed up. Taskmaster. Another shield level increase. Oh, we lost our tech officer, Fitzsimmons, to the pile. Man. Kumquat, it's always there for you. All right, fight. Each player must reveal as many hero colors as the Hydra level will gain a wound. Escape, same effect. All right. Oh, boy. All right, let's start with no wall crawl this time. So Dark Strength, 1 attack. Top card of my deck is a wound. It doesn't cost 1 or 2, so nothing. 2, 3, 4 attack. Shadowed Spider gives me 5 plus 1 for the 2 costs I played. I'm at 6. Again, I could, if I had 1 more wound in the wound stack, I could take out Malice and put all those wounds back in the stack right now. But I can't because there's only 2 wounds. So I gotta take somebody else out. Let's go with Graviton here for 6. Take him out. And a 2 recruit gets me another Karnak. Oh, I would have had 7 with the 1 recruited, but I just got 1. Doesn't matter. Probably wouldn't have done anything different. And there's Caiera. Okay. Give me some rest opportunities. You can wound, by the way, remember this. You can wound and you can rest on the same turn. You just can't fight. Thank you for the hydrate. So I will do both. Okay, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't get an extra card that turn. I got 2 wounds to rest, though. We'll see if I have the time. I want to see some Maggia Goons come out. Buy me some time, please. Or bystanders. And, okay, good. It's a Goons. Never been happier to see them. The cruel joke here is that I've got 2, 4, 6 recruit. So I can finally get Psylocke, but I'm not going to because I have to rest my wounds. Otherwise, I'm probably going to lose the game. That's such a cool joke. They both did. Kumquat, sounds like you've been out of the loop for a while, but that's okay. All those are released. The next one coming up is going to be a What If core set, which is exciting. I think it's going to be the next one released. I gotta rest. I can't not do it. I have to do it. I have to do it. I'm upset about it, but I have to do it. See, if I recruit right now, then I can't put all these wounds back. Matrix first for non-legendary. I'm resting because there are only 2 wounds left in the wound stack. In order to put more back in, I can wound 4 times this villain and then put all those wounds back in the stack. Keep me from losing the game. That's why. Okay, going to left hand. They don't. The wounds are in the KO pile right now. But you can take wounds from the KO pile and put them on a villain to wound them if they have the wound mechanic. And then when you fight that villain, you can put those wounds on the bottom of the wound stack. So there's a step in between, but I got to take the first step, you know? Okay, we'll see if I can survive anyway. You can wound villains. Yeah, we should go over the rule sheet. That's why I asked Ollie to put in the special rules. Yeah, that's what I've been talking about. So let's take a look, just so we can read it together. I might lose in a second, but yeah. Okay, putting wounds on. I'm trying to figure out how to zoom in here. All right. Yeah, when that villain is defeated or leaves the city, return all wounds on it to the wound stack. This part. Yeah. To do this, put a wound on the villain from the wound stack or from the KO pile. I'm assuming that when was designed that way or happened in testing so that things like this don't happen with this scheme. So that's an important thing to know for this setup for sure. Okay. I did not pull a villain from the villain deck yet. It could be the end of the game right now. Let's see. Nope. Game over. Game is over. Any strike or any twist would have killed me. That's it. That is it. There we go. 2 more wounds. No more wounds in the wound stack. And that is my first loss, so there you go. I would have had a much better shot if I had recruited that Psylocke, if Superior didn't come out at villain 2 and mess up both hands, get rid of the 2 6 and 1, 5 and 1s that I had. But I'll play again, don't worry. This is a short game playing again, putting out some points. What happens to the villains if a villain escapes? If they leave the city in any way, they go back to the stack. So if a villain escapes or a villain is defeated, those wounds go back to the wound stack. On the bottom, specifically for setup A, it doesn't matter for setup B because there's no grievous wounds. I'm going to try it again, though, but let's resolve this. So, yeah. Couldn't do it. I tried. There's your prediction rewards. 64,000 points just went out, so enjoy those. Most of them are back to the original people who had them. But 16,000 were peppered in there. Let's set up for the second game. And I will put predictions up right now for game 2. Right now. Leaving this up for just 5 minutes because I'll have a quicker setup time. Leave it up for a moment. Here it goes. Right now. Game 2, exactly same setup, just different shuffle. How will this go? Let me do a quick reset. I had all these nice rares, but couldn't get them. Didn't have the time. Going all in on this one. Not at this time, Sway. Restack this up. Here's our heroes. Here's our villain deck. Man, those early twists. They weren't that early either. So we got a strike. We got some officers I didn't get. I got to try to get some tech earlier. We'll see if I can. Don't know if I'll be that lucky. Epic Killmonger is rough with this scheme. That's all I'm going to say. But it's winnable. It is winnable. There are ways to do it. I just couldn't pull it off, unfortunately. I think Superior really messed me up. Yes, it's already set up. Ollie and Kyla have already built it. Did you mean for setup B, or you mean my attempt 2? For the league, for attempt 2, I get to play it twice. Normally, if you're playing the league, you don't get a second attempt and you don't get to pick your own heroes, right? But it's the same exact game. Same thing. So same heroes, same all that. Okay, a lot of wounds go out. I will reshuffle the wounds, I think. No, I'll leave the... I'm not reshuffling anything else. I'll leave the wounds the same. Yeah, no, here it is. There's the setup, and if you want to see the setup at any time, you can just put an exclamation setup. You'll get a link to gamesetup.bigletalkgames.com. I have it ready for you. You can look at it at any time during the game. When I started streaming, by the way, I had the setup on screen, and I've seen other folks do that. But since I have it as an external link, that frees up some space on the screen, so I have it externally, which seems to work well. Plus on the screen sometimes, like right now. Okay, it looks like predictions are people are going all in on a lose. People are going all in on a lose, which is not going to get you much if everybody also says lose. But what if I win? If I win, the 2 people who said I'm going to win, boy, you're going to get a lot of points. Although not everybody's going all in, I can tell. It's a high risk, low risk, low reward sort of situation here. I don't know. The second game could be easily worse than the first one. pretty likely. All right. So do we have all our wounds here? Should be 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yup. I'll shuffle those up again. And let's get everything else shuffled up. And then we'll do this one more time. Maybe a time after that. We'll see how much time I've got. We'll leave Epic Killmonger up here glaring at everybody. Does anybody have any bold predictions for the What If core set? Not like, oh, I think that Party Thor is already confirmed, but oh, I think that Infinity Ultron is going to be a mastermind. Like, give me something out there that you think is at least a little likely that you would like to see that you haven't seen suggested so far. It's a core set. We can get some weird stuff. My little guess is that we're going to get a an alternate play mode of some kind. Oh, I forgot these ones my victory pal, so go. Villain, and they felt light. All right, there we are. Everybody's in there now. So because we got a rule book instead of a rule sheet, there might be room for like some kind of alternate mode that I can't really think of what it would be, but if there would be an alternate mode, it would be in a core set. Zombie Scar. Hey, I haven't seen people mention that, but I think that's got to be a given. I think that's going to happen. Which is going to be great for those who want to use her for something like a Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness setup. Branching schemes. Tell me about that. I hope for some new special shield officers mixed in. That would be nice if the special officers came in there. The solicit didn't mention them, but just because it didn't doesn't mean they're not going to be in there. But I think there's going to be overall fewer bystanders, wounds, and officers in general than a regular core set just to fit, you know, those cards in. I saw some people suggesting alternate or unique cards in starter hands. Watch was a bystander is a bold claim. I think he might be a hero in the game because he does in the show. He does interfere, but to a certain point, you know. Yeah, we can get transform in general, but can go a few ways. I like that. So like multi-stage schemes, like 2 or 3 stages. So we kind of have some of those. They just are all in the same card, you know. Let me give the hero deck a proper reshuffle. That's all those rares are together. At least the ones that were on the top. I wonder who the 6 are. Is it 5 special who the 5 special bystanders? I think the henchmen are the biggest given. But I'm going to be happy to see them. I don't know who Henchman 3 will be. But people have said it's going to be Liberators, Ultron drones, and zombies. And I could easily see that. And maybe some of the more named zombies as the villain group. Twist 5 condition you go to Scheme A or else go to Scheme B. That's cool. I like that. But the thing is, it did say, Snatch Cat, there are only 4 schemes. Or it said specifically 4 new schemes. So that tells me is either A, there's only 4 schemes in the set. B, there's 4 new schemes and some number of old schemes, which I hope is not the case. And then C, there's 4 schemes that do something like you mentioned, that branch out, which they're considered to be 4 schemes. Or it could just be like a regular medium box that has 4 schemes, because for the most part, this is like a medium box with core set materials in it. So it's probably just A, option A, there's 4 schemes. But that would be cool. All right, predictions are closed. Looks like 5 say win, 10 say lose, and there are 13.6 thousand points toward the lose. That's actually less than I thought there would be. Yeah. We know the number of everything except for the support cards, I think. And the numbers are kind of like a medium box expansion. But a little more overall, of course. Okay. See what my starting hand looks like. And we'll reset. I should look at it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, we got a 4 and 2. Look, that's a 4 and 2. We'll see. Right side's going to start with... Okay, got a 5 and 1. Maybe I'll get the butterfly effect to show up again and recruit it this time. All right. Let me clear all the numbers here. Reset that part of this deal. Go to the right side so I can go to the left side. One more chance. We are only an hour 25 into the stream, so there might be a third play if I fail this one as well. Okay, let's get rid of the predictions. Do all that good stuff. Bam. Go away. Okay, it went away. This goes away too. Okay. Starting HQ. Let me actually do it. Press the clear button again. Starting HQ is. Are you kidding me? The same card in the same spot? See ya, Ollie. All right. I'm not going to mess this up. Right side's going to pick up Butterfly Effect first opportunity unless Superior shows up turn 1, which could happen. Please, 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 please. That was the same spot she was in last time. Oh, wow. Okay. Caiera. Karnak. Saw him a lot last time. You saw me do the whole shuffle. Okay, we got a precognition that we didn't see last time either. You can recruit from the top of the hero deck. And rare Caiera. Double the recruit you have. I'm going to get this. And then recruit all the things. Anyway, let's see if my luck lasts for the actual game. Here we go. Turn 1 begins now for game 2. All right. Probably not going to... Well, I kind of do want to build a Spidey deck. It was working a little bit, but turn 1 is going to give me our first Master Strike. So we just start with 2 wounds going out right away, which is not great. That's the scheme, not the Mastermind. Both things give out wounds. All right. 2 wounds go out. Blinding Flash again. On the left. I got to wound him so that doesn't happen anymore. Assuming What If comes with 30 more standard bystanders, will we add those in with the core and villains bystanders for league games? It's funny for the standard bystanders. I say use all the bystanders you have, but a lot of people don't have villains, so a lot of people only use core anyway, plus special. So I'm actually thinking of, once the whole thing resets, setting a specific rule of only use 30 standard bystanders for setup A. So everybody's on the same page there. The problem with that is that people have their giant bystander stack, so we'll deal with that when we get there. But so far it's only 60. 4 recruit, 2 attack. All right, so if the right side is going to pick up Butterfly Effect, I know there's going to be... Yeah, and I only use 30 standard bystanders for the tournament, too. When I play, I use them all. Yeah, that is true. People do like getting the special buy. If I was bringing it to friends, I would do only 30, because what you just said. I'm going to go with the 2-cost thing. 2 reasons. First, I can try to build the Spidey deck again. Second, I'm going to try to get as many tech sidekicks as I can if I have that opportunity. So we're going to go with Brilliant Strategist, which gives me an extra attack, which I'm not going to use, of course. And then... Oh! Praise the Starks. There's attack. I'm going to have to pick that up as soon as I can. All right. And a sidekick for the second one. It's Throg, who is not tech. That's okay. The card's kind of useless in this setup. Investigate for a tech card, but at least you get knowledge and you get to tuck things. And there's my 4 and 2 coming up next. Got to get that soon. But I'm still going to get Butterfly Effect first. If I can. Turn 2. Twist. Oh, by the way, I forgot to do the wound counter. But now it's going to go up even more. Each player feels a tech hero. Couldn't do it in time or gets a wound. So 2 more wounds go out. Ouch. And this could be a faster game than the last time and not in the good way. So 6 wounds left in the wound stack, everybody. I can put them back. If I KO them, put them on a villain, fight them. But I have to have those villains come out and I have to do all that. But anyway, we're going to start 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 by going with Butterfly Effect. 2 piercing energy, X Gene, Covert, get +1 piercing energy. Not gonna hesitate on that one anymore. And we got Steam Powered Arsenal as well. But next, I do need to take the Mechanized Plate Mail on either side, really. If I'm doing a Spider deck, I still need the tech. But I'm not seeing Spidey yet. Turn 3 is another Goons. Our first Goons of this game. All right, I changed my mind. I am going to take the tech card right now. Because I kind of have to, right? 2 recruit investigate for a tech card. I need this immediately in one of the decks. So, yes, taking. And I could also do a Spidey deck. He has some other general draws. Yeah, that's it. That's all I'm doing. I don't have time to play around. As many wounds as I can prevent, the better. Okay, that's 4 recruit in this hand. I can get some other 2 costs. keep fishing for sidekicks that are tech. Turn 4 is Mentallo. By the way, these games go a little quicker on the second time around unless I see a card we didn't see in the stream yet. So we're going to start the Shield Officer transfer program, and there's a 1 Hydra level. Then he's going to get 1 Shield Officer. There's no Shield level above 2 or above. Well, this one I'll read again. Put a card from the Shield Officer stack into the escape pile, check, then Mentallo captures a Shield Officer for each 2 Hydra levels. He's not going to get any because there's only 1 Hydra level. So, only 3, which means I can hit him this turn. And I get to recruit something. So, let's do that. Let's go ahead and hit Mentallo. No officers to gain. Makes it easy. I split my bystander stack into 3 stacks and just swap them out, and then when they're all done, I shuffle them all up. 3 recruit. Couple options. I got Steam-Powered Arsenal, which we saw. I've also got Precognition, which is going to help with that X gene. 2 recruit. Reveal the top card of the hero deck. You may recruit it this turn if you do draw a card. Taking this, it's going to help me get the rare Caiera, plus give the X gene for Psylocke. And another Mechanized Plate Mail for the other side. Hopefully I can get that. And then if I can thin those decks enough with the Goons, I have a good chance of getting a lot of tech cards out for the scheme. So that's a good sign. But I've already got 4 wounds down. I'm hoping to see if I get Prey to show up. I would love that. Although I have to KO my wounds first to get effectiveness out of that. I'm going to rest this turn for sure. Turn 5 is another Master Strike. Oh, you got to be kidding me. I might not get a chance, everybody. 2 more wounds go out. There we are. Okay, that's 2 more. Already halfway through the wound stack. By turn 5. I'm putting myself in a position where I might be able to avoid them, but I can investigate first. Won't hurt me from resting. So let's do that. Investigate for a tech card. I got Brilliant Strategist and an Agent. I'm going to tuck the Strategist. I'm going to leave the Agent, I'm going to tuck the Agent, leave Brilliant Strategist there. And now I will rest, KO both of these wounds, so that hopefully one of those villains comes out that I can wound and then put them all back in the stack. Prey specifically, he's weaker. Hoping to see him. And I got 2, 3, 4, 5 recruit on this side as well. The right-hand side has got the following. Butterfly effect and a wound and some other stuff. Turn 6. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. It's not letting me breathe. I got 1 tech card there, 1 in the HQ, but I still couldn't get any out that fast. It's still in my deck on the still my discard pile. I just had it. Okay, well, 2 more wounds go out. I'll press the button. Okay. It's not over yet, but boy, is it escalating quickly. 4 more wounds in that stack. Not a great place to be, everyone. Might be a quicker game than I thought. So I can Piercing Energy or just straight up attack the Goons, get a KO, or I could rest this wound away. I think I'm going to rest the wound away, because I just need to get as many wounds back into the stack as possible. I'm going to rest. Resting again, doing nothing else. Give me one of those Killmonger's League villains. Come on. Here we go, turn 7. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Well, we're down to 2 wounds in the stack. Still no tech out on turn 7. 3 twists in the first 7 turns. All right, both Grievous. All right, there we are, folks. Game 3 is definitely happening. 2, 3, 4, 5. You play with the cards you're dealt in more ways than one. I'm going to... I won't play Throg just yet. I'm going to start by taking Dark Strength and wall crawling it. Although, no, I should probably take Mechanized Plate Mail. But I won't see it for a while. Actually, no, I'll get 1 draw. Right-hand side is going to get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right-hand side is going to get a Mechanized Plate Mail. Won't get it right now anyway. So let's get the Dark Strength for 2. Wall crawl it. And then we'll play Throg for up to 3, and then we'll get a Spider Sense Tingling. Do not wall crawl this because you can't. And that's the turn. Throg goes away. Hey, the first shuffle was decent. To some respect. This game's more like what they usually look like. Moving over. Do I have a chance to survive? I do! Taskmaster's here to buy me a little bit of time. He's going to increase the Hydra level. There goes GW Bridge again. And nothing else happens right now. I need Killmonger's League to show up or I will lose. I absolutely need that to happen. But let's go. Precognition. Top card of the villain deck is revealed. Ooh, I can recruit this to draw a card, but I'm not going to. I'll put Spider back. Yes. Sorry, sometimes when I press the button too fast, it doesn't register the second press. Oh, that was the Hydra level. I haven't been able to figure out a way around that besides being more patient. But yes, 10 wounds used. 2 left. Okay. That's 2. That's 4. I'm going to stop there and just pick out the other tech card because obviously. All right. Another Spidey. And I can't do anything else. Let me just see a string of goons or bystanders or something. Anything but masterminds and schemes. Please. Hopefully not villains that give wounds. But I'll, you know. 2 more. No! That's a lot of recruit, but turn 9. Yes! 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 I have a shot. Prey, ambush. Each player reveals a instinct hero gains a wound that was on a mastermind or villain. Doesn't happen. There aren't any. All right. While Prey has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight him. Instead, you may spend attack equal to his attack to wound him and draw a card. Here's why this is great. Here's why this is great. The Randomization is referring to my tracker, which was off by 1. Okay. So I've got 3 wounds in the KO pile. I can put them back into the wound stack this way. But I have to draw enough cards to get 6 total attack. I could make Dark Strength work on purpose by wall crawling something. But I'll only get 5 attack. But I do get to draw a card, so let's see, and I'll draw it. So I can make it happen for sure. So 2 recruit. We're going to recruit Shadowed Spider and wall crawl it. Then we're going to play Dark Strength. 1 attack. Wall crawl over the top card of your deck. Costs 1 or 2. You get +2 attack. That's what it was. So I get 2 more attack. This is exactly what I needed. Now we're going to wound Prey for the first time by spending 3 attack. Don't forget, by the way, when you wound Prey in Malice, do not forget to do the extra effect. It's easily forgettable. You wound him and you draw a card. So Prey is down to 2 attack right now. Pulled that wound from the KO pile and I draw into Shadowed Spider. Now I got 2 more attack here. And I'll wound him a second time from the KO pile. Goes down to 1, and I draw another card, which is going to force a reshuffle. Saving me a little bit of time here. If Prey and Malice keep showing up, I might survive this. Okay. Here's my card draw for Prey after the shuffle. It's a Trooper. And I don't even need Shadowed Spider for that. I play 1 more Trooper, 1 attack. That's all his attack right now. I wound him a 3rd time from that pile. And I'm going to draw the card. And sometimes I choose to leave him out there because I could do other shenanigans with that, but I have to fight him because if I don't, the wounds don't go back. So I'm going to go ahead and fight Prey. All these wounds go back to the wound stack. On the bottom specifically. So now there's 3 more in the stack, thank goodness. So only 7 out of 12 wounds have been used. Now. That's exactly what I needed to happen. And he's just gone. Blow up. Blow up! He wouldn't blow up. Okay. And I'm not done with my turn. I get to play Shadowed Spider, which is going to give me 1 attack for each, +1 for each other hero I play this turn that costs 1 or 2. I've played 1, so I'm up to 2. So I got 2 recruit. I could recruit or I could bribe the goons. Malice showed up, but I couldn't get her to work. So I got a shot now. Yeah, some breathing room, a little bit. And I can do it again, too. If I KO enough wounds, I can put them all back. Plus, I have those tech cards out. Okay, I think instead of fighting the Maggia Goons, I'm going to recruit Brilliant Strategist. Because this is the side where I got the 2 cost, right? Let's recruit it. And I get one recruit, 1 attack, 1 recruited. So guess what happens now? I can fight Taskmaster, right? Each player must reveal 2 colors or gain a wound. I've got green and red. Right side does not, so I'm not going to fight him because I don't want to get wounds out of there. So I'll just leave the goons there. Whew. I got a tech out. All right, things are looking up just a little bit. Just a little. Turn 10. Okay, perfect timing. I have a tech out, finally. Plus, I put wounds back. So, each player reveals a tech hero or gains a wound. Left side can reveal to avoid the wound. Right side can't, so a wound does go out, but it is just 1. We'll see if that's going to make a difference. So, 8 out of 12 wounds used. That's still not that many left in the stack, so I'm still worried. I'm hoping more Killmonger's League comes out. All right, I got 5 recruit. What to take for this? I could take... The goons are at 4, so I'll play the 1 attack. But I'm not going to take a 2 cost. I want to use all that recruit. I'm going to take... I need attack to wound with. I'm going to take the strongest card I can, which is Shadowforged Blade. I got enough wounds out so that I can smash them away if I'm not going to rest them. And I can get some strong attack. And maybe I'll just be able to wound Killmonger. I want to wound Killmonger twice so his Master Strikes don't do anything with new wounds. But I got to rest these ones away. And I got Butterfly Effect out. And I got Attack out. Okay. If a twist happens now, I'd love to see it because nothing would happen. Please give me a twist. Please give me a twist. Nope, it's a Maggia Goons. All right. Ooh, I can do Mechanized Plate Mail followed by a Spider Sense Tingling combo. So, 2 recruit, investigate for attack. I'm not going to find one, right? But I at least get to stack this. All right, I will tuck the agent, put Brilliant Strategist back on. I might rest this turn, depending on what happens, because, again, I want to put those wounds out there for wounding. Spider Sense Tingling, top 2 cards of my deck. These both go into my hand. I've got 4 recruit. I've got 2 attack. And I got 2 wounds. I think I have to rest these away. I need more in the KO pile for when villains get wounded. I need to not have them being pulled from the wound stack. So we're going to do nothing once again beyond what I just did. And rest these away. Gotta play the long game here. If only I could have rested that tracker away. Oh, this is the one where you can play a card from the villain deck to KO it, and that's probably not happening. Although, if I had 2 tech cards out, I'd consider it. Just in case it was a twist. Where's Danger Sense when you need it? A lot of grays, that's not good, but I got some piercing on the other side. That does count as a fight, so I can't pierce and arrest, but I only have 1 wound out anyway. Turn 12, Venom again. Once again, okay, this is good. I can wound him. I'm only going to wound him from the KO pile, and just once. Although each player may discard a card to wound him again, but you know what? Each side has a wound. Okay, so here's what I could do. He's at 4. No, I can't hit him. So if I choose to discard a wound on the right and a wound on the left, he'll go down to 7 attack. But he will gain a wound from the wound stack. There's only 1 in the KO pile. Can I get 7 attack this turn? I have X Gene, so I get 3 piercing energy. But that's not enough to meet his 4. It's very unlikely I'll be able to get 7 attack this turn. So yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it. If I could fight him this turn and put him back, I would, but I want to keep him there. There's 1 in the KO pile. 1 wound in the KO pile. Although, let's say I pull 1. If I pull 1 wound out of the wound stack, there's 4 in there, right? But if I can hit Venom on the next turn, I'll do it. I can't. I really can't. I'm not going to do it. Although that's a great opportunity, though. I wish I had like a White Wolf or something. I'm probably not going to get 7 attack for a while. I don't think I can do it right now. I don't think that makes sense. Okay, I'm going to leave it at 1. Okay, let's investigate for a tech card, which just basically in this context, I don't think I have 2, so I get to look at things and tuck things around. All right, we got Soldier and Precog. I'm going to put Precog on top, tuck the Soldier. Butterfly effect. Doesn't activate. Oh, it does activate, because I have a covert in my discard pile, so I get 3 piercing energy. Where's the die for that? Here it is. Shiny. 3 piercing energy. And I get 4 total recruit and 1 straight up attack. So for 3 piercing energy, I can get both Maggia Goons, KO 2 heroes, and that sounds good to me. So let's go ahead and do that. KO 1 of your heroes. I will KO 1 operative. And we'll do it again. 1 more piercing energy. Second operative is going to get KO'd right now. And I've got 4 recruit. I'm thinning the deck enough I can take this precognition. Ooh, Iron Man Noir is rare. I have 1 of everything. Look at that. 4 attack whenever you investigate. And this is tech as well, by the way. Whenever you investigate this turn, look at 3 cards out of 2. Choose recruit or attack. Investigate for a card with that icon. Wow, that's pretty good. All right, we'll see if I can survive. This is another rest. This is the rest turn. This is a huge rest turn. Coming up. How much time do I have? Hope I can buy a lot of time. Get another Killmonger's League out here. Yes, 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 yes. It's Prey. Very happy to see him. You know what he does. Although each player, this is the downside, each player reveals an instinct hero or gains one that was on a Mastermind or villain. Neither have one, so I'm going to gain the wound from Venom, but at least it doesn't reduce the stack, you know? So left side gains first, and that's the only one that's going to be gained. But, all right. Unfortunately, I can't hit him for a while, and that's troubling, but at least he's there. Okay, just got to keep moving. I can play a card from the villain deck to KO this. I'm not going to do that in a million years. 4 recruit here, 1 attack. I know I'm trying to do a spider thing, but I got to refresh the HQ. Can't get too stale, so I'm going to take the 3 costs by Iron Man Noir. Maybe I'll get some advantage from that. There's another tech. I'm seeing all these mechanized plate mail now. Right side's going to rest, and then maybe I have the time. Just maybe. I gotta rest these wounds away easily. Turn 14. Ooh, a Bulldozer Driver goes to Prey. That's great for a couple reasons. Look at that. Bulldozer Driver, by the way, is move villains around. I will play Precognition first to recruit. Reveal the top card of the hero deck. You may recruit this turn if you do draw a card. It is Steam-powered Arsenal. But of course, I'm going to do my plan and rest and KO all 3 of these wounds. That's great fodder for the wounding enemies. Awesome. And end my turn there. Doing a lot of nothing, but for a good reason. So now when I hit Prey, that's 3 wounds back into the wound stack. So hopefully I can do that sooner than later, because I do not have a lot of buffer time. All right. When I'm nervous, I shuffle for a longer time, in case you didn't notice. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, I can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But he draws cards, so right hand might be able to take out Prey if I have the time. Give me the time. Although left side can do it too. Turn 15, Goons. All right. Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. Let's start wounding. My max attack is, I should save Shadowed Spider. So I'm going to play Karnak first. I got to play him now. I got to play him now if I want to wound Prey. Yeah, okay. Let's do it. 1, 2... Then that means I'll play Shadow Spider first. No, because that'll give me 4 versus 3. Just in case I can wound him a second time. So we're going to go Karnak, unactivated, Shield Trooper, Shadowed Spider. That gives me 1, 2, 3, 4 attack. And let's start by wounding Prey once. I'll pull a wound out of the wound stack and I draw a card. All right, this is good. 1 attack left. I just need 1 more to hit him again, to wound him again. 3 more to take him out completely. Top 2 cards on my deck. Trooper. Yes. And Dark Strike. All right. That's great. Let's play the Trooper. That's enough to wound him a second time, and I can I can do the whole thing. So one more wound from the stack. Let's put the standard one in there in case it comes back. And then finally, Dark Strength. One attack, top card of my deck. Does cost 2, so I even get bonus attack on top of that. So we spend 1 attack. Did I draw a card from the last time I did that? The wounded him? I don't think I did. Yeah, I missed the draw. You're right. I just caught it when you did. So that should have happened before I played Dark Strength, right? So, yeah. So this is where I was, right? Before I played Dark Strength. I don't think I had anything, right? I forget where I was. And then I wound him again for the 1. Now I reveal the top card of my deck. It doesn't give me 1 attack, so I have 1 attack left. I didn't play this, though. I didn't play Karnak, so I would be at 1 after I played Dark Strength. I wouldn't get the bonus because I already had it drawn, and then I wound him for 1 more time, and I still have Karnak. Correct me if I didn't do that correctly, but I think I did. 3rd wound. Got 1 more standard out here. And that's another card draw. Yeah, looks fine to me. Sweet. All right, let's go ahead and take them out and put all those wounds back into the stack. Let's do this in order so the wounds go back on the bottom of the stack. Give me another little bit of relief. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yep, that's right. 5 out of 12 have been used. 7 back in the stack. That's a great place to be right now. Now we have, we take out Prey. Delayed reaction, and then we got the bystander. I can move villains around. Taskmaster gives wounds when he escapes. Venom won't at this point. So I'm going to swap those 2. Yeah. Both of them have ways to not give wounds, but Taskmaster's is harder. Okay. That's great. I still got to defeat Killmonger. Can't forget that. Now we play the Brilliant Strategist that we drew. I get to draw an extra card at the end of this turn. And I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 recruit. Whew. Both praise saved me. I will take the other Iron Man Noir. Again, doesn't work great for the 2-cost thing, but I need the tech cards. Plus, I can investigate for them. Plus, I get extra cards drawn, so I like what's happening. Yep. There's 1. There are 8 more scheme twists. I'd love to avoid them all, or at least half of the wounds from them. So we'll see. All right. 4 more cards. Are you getting positive vibes like I am? I don't know if I should celebrate too early. Could still come crashing down. Thank you. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, there we go. All right, we're good on the 7. Moving over. Turn 16 is Graviton. Forgot about that Hydra level. Okay. Hydra level is now 3. Maria goes to the stack. For every 2 Hydra levels, heroes are more expensive by 1. So once again, they're only expensive by 1 more. Let me actually make sure I give myself a little reminder die that, look, 1 more. They're all 1 more expensive. That's what this means right here. Yeah. Well, I said I had to see Killmonger's League. I had to see Prey out there, and I got both of them. Now, if Malice shows up, I'll be in even better shape. Okay. So let's, 1, 2, 4, 5 attack. I heal viruses with leopard blood. I think that's what I did. Okay. So I've got 5 and 2. No recruiting from the HQ this turn, even if I had something I could afford. Well, that's not true. Even if Graviton didn't do his effect, I couldn't afford anything. That's what I meant to say. I can take out Taskmaster for 3, and I'll have 2 left, and I can take out the Goons as well. But if I do take out Taskmaster, again, wounds go out, and I don't want that to happen. So he's going to stay sitting pretty there. So I'm just going to hit the Goons without bribing them, and then we're going to get a sidekick. So Goons, getting rid of the operative here for the KO, for 4 straight up attack, and then we're going to get a sidekick. Standard on the right. Yeah, 1 short. I got to wound him twice for those Master Strikes. Hopefully I'll get that soon. I got a lot of recruit, but I got some rares I'm trying to get. I think right side did it. Right side got 7 recruit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, right side's picking up a rare. Happy to see. This goes away. Turn 17 is another Taskmaster. So another... Oh, okay. I'm glad this happened this turn, not the next one, because if he made the rare one more expensive, that would have been a big problem. So who's going into the... Of course, another tech officer goes to the escape pile. Who's laughing at me. Both the tech officers are rare to find, and both of them ended up in the escape pile this stream. All right. Yeah, nothing else. Okay, let's start with our investigate. 2 recruit. And 1, 2. All right. So, I get the tech card. I'll tuck the trooper. Let's do a second investigate. I might be able to get Iron Man Noir this turn if I get 1 extra recruit somehow, but I don't think I can. I think I'm because Taskmaster. No wait, that was last turn. Yeah. I'm backwards. There's no extra recruit effect right now. I don't know why that retained in my head. So investigate for a tech card. Yes, and I'll get it. I'm going to tuck the trooper, put the brilliance badges on top. Glad I got those there and not the top of the deck. Check it out. Chill Agent. 5, 6, and 7. So check this out. Adventurers assemble. Once again, whenever you investigate, look at 3 cards out of 2. Blah, 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 blah. Rare tech awesomeness. Let me just show you Caiera just to do my due diligence here. Dutiful Protector, double the recruit you have. If there are at least 3 heroes per player in the KO pile, transform this into Vengeful Destructor. And there are, so she'll transform right away. Oh, there's almost, I think. Maybe not yet. And double the attack you have, which is amazing. Great for wounding. Amazing for wounding. But right now, I'm going to go ahead and take Adventurers Assemble for 7. Got my first rare pickup. It's a tech rare on top of that. And there's Butterfly Effect again. All right, so maybe I can get 2 Butterfly Effects on the right, which is enough. 2 Butterfly Effects on the right is enough to hit Killmonger without worrying about any of the wounds on him. But my turn's not done. I will play Dark Magician. No, sorry, wrong game. 1 attack, top card of my deck is that Karnak that I left there with Investigate. So it costs 2. I get 2 more attack, 1 more from the Trooper, and then Shadowed Spider gives me 1 attack, and then for each other hero I play this one that cost 1 or 2, and that was only 1. So I'm at 6 attack, which is still pretty darn good. Should I wound Killmonger, or should I wound him, even though the city looks like it does? I have to try to win this. Right side is not going to hit anything. So I can hit both Taskmasters, and I wouldn't gain a wound, because both sides have 2 classes. I think I've put enough wounds back that I should hit both Taskmasters right now while I can without gaining wounds. Right? Because they're only 3. The errata is that there's no plus and their VP value is different. Not their attack. No, the Hydra level's 4. Hold on. The Hydra level's 4 now. Do I have 4 different colors? No. Escape is same effect. Yeah, the Hydra level's too high up. Never mind. I can't hit him. I forgot that he's tied to the Hydra level, so I have to reveal 4 colors to gain a wound. Colors are gray, so black, gray, green, and red. Right side's got black, gray, red. So right side would gain a wound if I fought 2 wounds, because I'd fight both of them. So I can't have that. I can fight Graviton once. Yeah, I forgot to. If I wound Killmonger, though, I get a couple of recruit, or 1 recruit. Right-hand side's not going to have enough attack. So the question is, do I hit Graviton, or do I wound Killmonger? Venom escaping is not a big deal. Taskmaster escaping is kind of a big deal. So I got like a 1 escape buffer. But the more I wound Killmonger, the fewer wounds get taken out. How many wounds in the KO pile? There's only one wound in the KO pile, so I can only wound him once from there. Okay, I think for that reason, there's only the one wound there anyway. I'm going to go ahead and hit Graviton. Yeah, let's just clear up a little. The strike will give that to me, but he'll gain another one on top of that, though. But I could see Malice. I don't know. Okay. Let's just commit to that and move forward. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. I got another. I need another wound over here so I can rest this one away instead of playing another card from the villain deck. Ouch. Gross. No. I got a tech out. Turn 18 is another Maggia Goon. All right. So let's start with our investigate and pick up another rare. Top 2. It's gonna be no. I'm gonna draw these all anyway, so I'll just put them back as is with the precog on top. I only got 5 cards, so. And then precognition. Top card of the deck, Psychic Knife. If I do recruit this turn, draw a card, but I'm not. I'm gonna go 5, 6, 7. Now I could get the rare, but I've also got kind of a filling city, and right-hand side has just a couple of attack points. Although I can bribe the Goon, so that makes me a little more happy about this. Let's go ahead and recruit Dutiful Protector. Get another rare out into the game. Bring out Psychic Knife, which I can't recruit anymore, and that is the turn. Let's cycle back around to these rares. Okay, we got Butterfly Effect in hand. Unfortunately, nothing on my discard pile, plus everybody's like 4 VP. Okay, what? I got the rare. I was holding like, wait a second. All right, this is good. Double the recruit you have, but on a turn I only have 2 or 3 recruit. I get 6 recruit. How many heroes in the KO pile? 1, 2, 3. I need 3 more to transform her. But I might also want to rest this turn, but maybe not. All right, turn 19. Oof. Messing up my hands. Okay, so she's coming in. She's going to increase the Hydra level. Hydra level is now 5. And I lost Agent May, if you couldn't see what that was. Each player reveals a random card from their hand. If that card... Hydra level is higher than that card's cost. So if I reveal a 4 or less, it's getting discarded. Okay. Yep. Discard on the left. Right-hand side, I can't lose the rare, so I hope I pull the rare. And right-hand side is going to get... Nope, operative. So you nerfed me double again. So probably going to take a Goon out here for the exact amount of points that I've got now. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4... 2 attack, 2 recruit, spending them all on a Goon. Let's fight the Goon. Let's KO an agent on this side. It's an agent. The KOs help with the transforming, but it's not enough. For the transform next turn. And a new hand. Okay, I got some goodness there, but I need to get more wounds in that KO pile. So even though I got some good stuff in hand, I might just rest this turn anyway. Turn 20 is Venom. All right. Choices to make. I can wound him, so I'm going to give him the wound from the KO pile. But if I wound him again, it's coming from the wound stack. But he's got... Oh, if only I could piercing energy him this turn. Then I would do this. Yeah, I'm not going to wound him again because those will come right from the wound stack. That would be 6, 7. He'd be down to 7. I'm not hitting him this turn. Superior's only a 3 attack. If I recruit a covert card, which I almost can do... So if I had that operative this last turn, I could have gotten 3 recruit, doubled it 6, recruited Butterfly Effect, played this Butterfly Effect, and with Piercing Energy, been able to take out Superia for 3 Piercing Energy. But now I can't do any of that. So that's fun. Anyway, I'm going to choose not to wound him anymore. Let's play Precognition. 2 recruit. Top card of the hero deck. You may recruit that this turn if you do draw a card. So, if I want to avoid an escape, I have to get one more piercing energy from Butterfly Effect by getting a covert in my discard pile. Ways to do that. I can get a sidekick, hope it's a covert sidekick, and if it is, I can do it. If I had discarded Precognition, I could have done it. Or I could just rest. Have an escape probably happen. If I recruit the sidekick, I can no longer rest. If I rest here, on the right-hand side, 2 wounds go into the KO pile. Left-hand side is going to get 3, 4, at least 4 attack. This is just rough all the way around. I could recruit Spider Sense Tingling, which I don't really want, and that'll let me draw a card. Yeah. I mean, I'm not... At least Venom won't do anything except for a regular KO, so I'm just trying to win the game at this point. I think I have to rest this turn. I gotta get the wound currency is very important, so I'm gonna ignore everything. All this good stuff that I have. Although, yeah, if I double the recruit, I get 4 recruit, which is not enough for Butterfly Effect. Yeah, I'm gonna rest. Get those wounds out there in the wound economy. Hopefully the rare comes back around. I got a bunch of junk, but also the sidekick, so we'll see what happens. I need Malice to appear. Turn 21 is a Maggia Goon, which is going to push Venom out. So here's what happens. Players gain Venom's wounds, doesn't have any, so that doesn't happen. So it's going to just be a KO from the HQ. I'm going to go with... I think I want to go with Steam-Powered Arsenal. It's a good card, but Focus Ild Power is going to really help me out later on if I can get it. So I'm going to get rid of a Steam-Powered Arsenal. Replace it with Spidey, unfortunately. And he escapes. At least escapes don't really count towards the evil wins here directly. There's some escape effects that'll happen, like Taskmasters, which I'm worried about. And Goons come in. So, let's do a safety safe thing. We're gonna play Steam-Powered Arsenal and put Brilliant Strategist. No, yeah, it doesn't really matter. I'll put Brilliant Strategist on top of the deck. Yep. And then play Spider Sense Tingling. Top 2 cards of my deck. Strategist and the Trooper. I draw them again. Draw him again. No covert trigger. That's 4 attack. We got 5 attack here. And we got 2 recruit. Alright, I got something. So I can hit Superia for what she did. Is this a good time to hit Taskmaster? That's 1, 2, 3, 4 colors here. Right side doesn't have that. So, like, once again... That's right. Astigmatic is 100% right. Escape does help Caiera's rare transform. By the way, right now there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 heroes in the KO pile. I could have Taskmaster and only the right side would gain the wound, but it's still 1 more wound I don't want to get out of the stack because of the strikes and twists that are coming. So let's hit Superia for 5. And for 2, I could take Psychic Knife, but I'll take Spider Sense Tingling because that's more what this deck is built around. Even though the Investigates will help mitigate the ones that aren't. And there's a Find Fatal Flaw Karnak, which I love. I love that card. This game is going longer than I thought. Yes, it's 5 now. Yeah, I keep forgetting that that's tied. So sometimes I question why I make some of the errors that I do. And almost always it's because I have to make assumptions while I'm playing because I can't be checking everything all the time. And so if I make an assumption once, it doesn't go away for a long time. So, like, it says clearly right on the card that Taskmaster's effect is affected by the Hydra level. But when I play a game and it's like, oh, it's 3 cards I have to reveal. For the rest of the game, I'm like, oh, it's 3 cards without rechecking the Hydra level. So thank you for the reminder. Try to be more introspective on that. No, I appreciate it. When I started streaming, I made a lot of errors. I think I just make fewer errors now playing on my own, but I still definitely make some. and there was one person who came in and started correcting everything, and I was very thankful for them. So I'm glad for the team that's out here right now. All right, there's the rare Iron Man Noir. So yeah, Taskmaster's going to give out wounds almost no matter what now, so I got to figure that out. Should have taken him out when I had the chance with the 1 wound. Turn 22. Scheme twist. All right, at least I've got the rare to avoid it on the left-hand side. So once again, each player has a tech hero or gains a wound. No reveal here, so 1 wound goes out on the right-hand side. That's 6 out of 12 wounds. So we're down to 6 wounds in the stack. 3 twists remaining, 3 strikes remaining. Okay, let's see what I can draw. Give me something good, please. 1, 2. That's hilarious. At least I can take out a Maggia goon. Or I can hit Taskmaster again. If I decide to hit Taskmaster now, left side still only has 1, 2, well, only has 3. Yeah, fewer. I really don't want to. I'm going to fail no matter what. I might as well wait till they escape and get the KO out of it, right? 3 attack, 4 recruit. I'll take Psychic Knife so I can hit the Maggia goons. Let's go 3 and 1. Hit the goons. KO an operative. Now I got 6 in the KO pile, 6 heroes. And I can transform Para when she comes up. Psychic Knife or Steam-powered Arsenal. Yeah, I need the piercing. I just need more instinct. If nothing else, it draws a card. And there's another brilliant strategist. All right, we got some good stuff here. We got Smash 2, we got Investigate, and whatever else comes up. Love to double the attack I have. That would be amazing. Please let me. 5, 6. Not yet. Not yet. So Tony can investigate for his rare on the left-hand side, which is cool. All right, turn 23 is another Maggia goon. So here's Adventurers Assemble. Whenever you investigate this turn, look at 3 cards instead of 2. And investigate for attack or recruit icons. I should probably say attack. I'm going to say attack icon. 1, 2, 3 cards. All right. I will tuck the agent. Which one of these 2 should I take? Probably Dark Strike, because I can leave Karnak on top, and that'll give me 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 attack, and I can hit and send that wound back from Venom. So I need 8, but I need to get the threshold. So I will investigate and take Dark Strength. Let's play Dark Strength. 1 more attack. Top card of my deck. There he is. Karnak. 2 more. 7. And then unactivated 8. And then 9. He's at 8, so I didn't need all 9. But I would love to put that wound back. So let's do it. Let's hit Venom and put this back in the bottom of the stack. Only 7 wounds used again. Take him out for 8. Right now. Any day now. All right. 1, 2, 3 recruit. That was fun. It's a fun combo. And then I will take another Brilliant Strategist, which gives me 1 more. Check it out. I spent 2. I'm down to 1, but I get 1 more attack for 1 recruited. I'm at 3 total points, which is not enough for the goons. Oh, refresh. Oh, there's Spidey. Okay, gotta keep KOing wounds. I got a few out there. I can put them back. I just need Malice. I would love Malice to show up. She's the key to not losing this right now. Turn 24 is a Master Strike. Unfortunately, I didn't get to wound him. I had the opportunity a couple of times, but I didn't. So everybody gets a wound. So playing back and forth there. So now the stack is back to 5. But we'll see what happens. Let's start by investigating. Here we go. 2 recruit, investigate for a tech card. Top 2 of the deck. We got a wound and we got an operative. I'm tucking them both. Let's go with precog. Top card of the hero deck is Spider Sense Tingling. If I recruit and I draw a card, I got 5 recruit out of that. So let's go ahead and pick up the other butterfly effect, because that's the key to winning, to easily hitting Killmonger. And let's go smash 2. So I'll smash the soldier for 2. That's 2, 4, 5 attack. Once again, I could hit the Taskmasters, but I not, because that's double wound. So let's almost at 6. If I didn't do that recruit, but I think the piercing energy, the double butterfly energy, the butterfly effect is good to get. Let's take out the goons for just a 4. No bribing this time. And then operative. Yeah. Gotta thin so that piercing energy comes out altogether. Okay, there's one butterfly effect. Oh, and transform. Okay, good. So do I have the XP? This is 4 piercing energy, everybody. This is a hit on Killmonger. This is, yep, 1, 2, 3, 4 coming up. All right. Without wounding him at all. It's a hit on Killmonger. All right, turn 25. Scheme twist. Right-hand side of attack. Nope. So 1 more wound goes out. Thank goodness for these Iron Man Noirs. I've been really reducing this. So 1 more wound goes out to the right-hand side. But that is getting close again, unfortunately. But that's 6 out of 8 twists. I gotta put some back. If I can get 6 attack, I'd love to wound Killmonger first. And Caiera might be able to do that if I draw a card and get something. We'll see. We'll see. Right now, let's focus on this turn. Maybe I can wound him now. That would be great. Then that wouldn't go back. So starting with the plate mail. To recruit. Investigate for a tech card. Here we go. Agent and steam-powered arsenal. Okay. So I'm going to tuck both of these, and here's why. I'd like to use Spider Sense Tingling to draw some cards. It won't draw steam-powered, and it will draw the shield agent, but it won't give me enough attack to wound. So I'll tuck them both. Let's see if I have better luck now. Spider Sense Tingling. Nope, that fails. And this doesn't fail. This is not an investigate. This goes back. I'll play the second Spider Sense Tingling. It's going to fail on that one again, and a wound does go into my hand. Oh, maybe I'll rest this turn. Now that I have this adorable tracker, and I've got 1, 2, 3 attack. Yeah, I'm going to rest. So, get rid of both wounds, which is great. Really need Malice to appear. I didn't attack a recruit, right? No, I didn't. Okay, another tech's out. But let's see what I can do here. Some good stuff coming up. Turn 26 is another goon. All right, so let's do this in the right order. Starting with precognition. To recruit, top card of the hero deck. I may recruit Psychic Knife to draw a card, and I might just do that when I do. So now I'll play Butterfly Effect. For 2 piercing energy, X-Gene does activate thanks to the coverts I've got in my discard pile. So I got 3 piercing energy right now. We're going to play both operatives to 4 recruit. You know what? Maybe I should just play 1 in case I have a smash coming up. But then I will waste the double the recruit I've got. I'll play it. That's fine. 4 recruit. Now I'll play Beautiful Protector. Double the recruit you have, up to 8 recruit. And then there are, let me just confirm for the group here. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, at least 3 heroes. Yep. 3 heroes per player in the KO pile. So I do get to do my first transform of the game. I think the only card that can transform in this setup, I think. And she's going to go ahead and transform into this awesome card, Vengeful Destructor. Double the attack you have, which is like Drax's. So I will not play it yet. But I do get to play Psychic Knife, which does draw a card. That's a soldier. And I get 1 piercing energy for playing Beautiful Protector first. Now I've lost that instinct card. Still worth transforming it right now. I'm at 4 piercing energy right now. No attack. I can get that much. But I get to draw a card with Psychic Knife though. But let's start by piercing Epic Killmonger and hitting him for 4. All right. First tactic, Rite of Challenge. thank goodness. Each player with no Killmonger tactics in... This is so funny. This can only happen with piercing energy or fight the Mastermind for free. Each player with no Killmonger tactics in their victory pile gains the wound that was on Killmonger. If I fought him traditionally, both sides would have gotten wounds from him. But because he didn't have any wounds that pierced him, this does nothing. This is amazing that this happened here. All right. Although, I wouldn't have gotten the wound. Look at the you know what I mean. Look at the clarifying text. This is the only one that gives out a wound, and I didn't even get it. I would have gotten one. The other player would have gotten a wound, but you know the drill. Okay, sweet. So let's recruit the Psychic Knife from the top of the hero deck, so I get to draw a card. A soldier, so I'll get 4 attack from Caiera. So I got 6 recruit left. Let's take Focused Old Power for some more KO. Wonderful to get that. And then, all right, so let's go soldier, and double it. So I got 4 attack now. Let's hit the goons for 4. Let's thin this side even more. I really wish I could have put wounds on him first before that happened, but I wasn't able to. And we'll KO this operative. Okay. All right, good turn, but will I survive it? 4 more wounds go out and I'm done for. I'm certainly thinning this side a lot. If Malice shows up, I think I have a shot. If she doesn't, there's 2 more twists and 2 more strikes. Depending on where they are, that could really mess me up too. But I did get through a lot of them and survive. 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, that's enough to hit the Mastermind again. If I get a Covert in my victory pile, or my discard pile. Yeah, Caiera doesn't work great with the piercing energy, but it's fine. Turn 27. Yes, there she is. I'm saved. Ambush. Return a wound from the Mastermind from each villain to the wound stack. That would have been cool for reasons. While Malice has more than 0 attack, you cannot fight her. Instead, you may spend attack equal to her to attack to wound her and rescue a bystander. So she can put 4 wounds back, which is amazing. Let's start that investment program here. Mechanized plate mail. 2 recruit. Investigate for a tech card. 1, 2. No. These are the only cards left, so I'll swap them. It's not going to give me an attack to even wound her, but at least she's out. 3, 4, 5 recruit. And 2 attack. Let's eat up those spiders here. Dark Strength first. I'll wall crawl it. And then we'll take Spider Sense Tingling. Although Steam Part Arsenal is good too, but I got enough 2 cost and Investigate to make that work. And we refreshing the HQ this way. And there's another butterfly effect. All right. Okay. And Steam-Powered Arsenal can work great with Dark Strike, because you can put a card that costs 2 on top of your deck, and then get the extra attack, or you can draw it with the other Spidey card by stacking the deck that way. I hate to say stack the deck with Gambit not being here, but, you know. And there's the rare. All right. Let's put some wounds back. Although I'm doing piercing, so I might not unless I get some attack with a couple of card draws. Turn 28, Baron Macabre. Ambush, a villain from your victory pile, enter the city, wound that villain. Okay, then wound Baron Macabre number of times equal to that villain's VP. All right, so here's what we're going to do. This is great. This is even better than Malice. So I want to put a strong villain in, and then wound him a bunch of times and take him out for free. And put all those wounds back. I forgot about him. So what do I got? So how many wounds in the KO pile first? That's what I want to find out. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I can wound him a maximum of 4 times. So I need a villain that has 4 VP, worth 4 VP or more to do that. I've got the Goons, level 1. Okay, Mentallo is the strongest villain. But if he comes back in, he's going to be really hard to take out. He is going to be +3 attack, which is 6, which is not that bad. And I'd rather put all those wounds back right now, and I can just piercing energy things away. Yeah, I have piercing energy. What do I care about his attack? Let's... Oh, can I... Prey... Unfortunately, I would love to put Prey in, but he's on the other side, right? Yeah, Prey is on the other side. Otherwise, I would, and that would be great. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, you caught up to what I was saying. But yes, we agree. So let's put Mentallo in. And Mentallo gets wounded. Although, hold on. One wound is going to come from the wound stack, but I'm going to get rid of him anyway. So, we got to do the ambush effect. This is a weird order of operations here. So hold on. We got to finish Baron Macabre's effect, and then we'll do the Mentallo's ambush. A villain from your victory pile enters the city, wound that villain, and wound Baron Macabre number of times equal to that villain's VP. So he goes here. So VP is 3, so I'll pull 3 wounds out of the wound stack. Here we go. 1, or the KO pile. 2, and 3. What a weird minigame this has become. That's all the wounds in the KO pile. And now we do the ambush effect, which is put a shield officer, another special one, brings up the Hydra level to 6, and then he captures an officer for each 2 Hydra levels. So he's got 1, 2, 3 officers. One of them is Dum Dum Dugan, so I can have that one be gained and send the other ones undercover. But yeah, so he has 3 officers and a wound, which is confusing. So he gets plus 3. He's at 6, minus 1, so he's at 5. And the Baron here is at 2. When I hit him, I send 3 wounds back. And if I hit the other one, I send that wound back too, which is great. So let's play my turn out now. So again, I don't have anything in my discard pile, so I can't use the X gene. But I might get enough later, or I could just pierce these guys. I need only 2 attack. I need only 2 attack to take out... So if I don't draw 1 attack, I need to draw at least 1, and then I can do that. I can pierce Mentallo easy. Okay, there's no even... I could get Butterfly Effect. I'm going to have to sacrifice 1 Psychic Knife. I could still run out of cards. Who knows? It depends on how fast this right-hand side picks up. Right-hand side, I gotta draw the card first. I don't see a way around this. Yep. Psychic Knife first. Wound. I'll play the second Psychic Knife. I draw 1 attack. I got the 1. Good. And I got 1 piercing energy. I just needed the 1. That's all I needed. 1 attack. This is kind of... now we're gonna play... We're going to double that 1 attack to a bountiful 2 attack. And take out the Baron. So for 2, I get to put all these wounds back in the stack at the bottom. So we reverse it. 7, 6, 5. 7, should be 7 back in the stack. Yep. 7 wounds back in the stack. Oh, man. I'm so glad this worked out. The beginning of the game was like, this is going to be over in a second. Okay, yeah, I can't do a recruit. So we got Butterfly Effect, 2 more Piercing Energy. That's all I get. So I can't hit the Mastermind, but I can Piercing Energy Mentallo, which is awesome. So this wound goes back as well. So that is 1 fewer wound used. There's 8 back in there, so I'm in a really good spot. And the fight effect is gain an officer, capture a Mentallo, or send it undercover, KO the rest. So... I'll recruit, I'll gain Dugan. I can always send him undercover later. Oh, and then defeat that. These 2 also get KO'd. Don't really need Dugan, but I like him. And that's the turn. Okay. There's no more wounds for me to send back with Malice, so I gotta rest some more or KO some more. I don't think I can survive other things. But we'll see. I might wound Killmonger this turn. Turn 29. Is a Maggia Goon. So let's do our awesome investigate. Okay, let's investigate for... Well, I could cheat, and I could use Steam Powered Arsenal to put Dark Strength on top, investigate for attack, and I'll guarantee, but I could get something better if I do this. So let's investigate 3 cards for attack. 1, 2, 3. And, alright, I will take Karnak. I will put Brilliant Strategist on top, and I'll tuck the Trooper. Okay. That's 4. We're going to play Dark Strength. That's 1, plus Karnak's on top, so I'm up to 7. Actually, done the math. If you put 1 more wound back into the stack, you're good for the rest of the Twists and Strikes, and I will. So I'm glad. But I still got to win. I still got to hit Killmonger, so I'm going to start wounding him, just in case. 3 recruit will get me another Steam-Powered Arsenal, which I kind of want. So, although I can do the Malice thing, but the thing about Malice is I have to KO some of my own wounds first before I do that. I gotta leave her out there for that opportunity. I got no covert to trigger, so let's just play Steam-Powered Arsenal for 3 and put Karnak back on top. And let's go through Recruit. So I can wound Killmonger, hit the Goons, and then do a Recruit. I get one more Recruit, though, so I can get Find Fatal Flaw, which is also good. Yes. Well, let's wound Killmonger once. Although, if I wound Killmonger now, it does have to come from the wound stack, which is dangerous. But if I pierce him soon, then that'll go back to the stack. But I'll still do it. I'm going to go ahead and wound him for 6. We'll take the top wound from the stack. He's down to 5. I got to do more resting, though. That is essential for me to do more resting at some point. So that's one more wound used from the stack. I already played everything, so let's hit the Goons for 4 attack. And KO an agent. And for 3 recruit. Find Fatal Flaw will give me 2 attack, actually. You know what? Did I reveal anything? I didn't. I can take that back. I think I might want to wound him again. Although I don't. There's not enough wounds KO'd. I got 1 recruit, yeah. So that's what I'm thinking. So I could take Find Fatal Flaw, give me 2 attack. How many different villain groups do I have? I got 2 Goons. I got 3 Killmongers League. Yeah, this is pretty good. Even though the 2 cost thing is working. I'm gonna get that extra recruit I got from wounding Killmonger, and I'm going to recruit Find Fatal Flaw. Give myself 2 attack that I can't do anything with. Oh yeah, I refill. Shadow Queen. Got some outwitting going on, I think, on both sides. Actually. So yeah, I get from you mean from wounding her, yeah, I get bystanders, if that's what you meant. But no, from the Mastermind, yeah. Okay. I gotta do it. Turn 30. Another Goon. Okay, villain deck's getting thin. I get the piercing energy, though. So I've got, yep, X Gene. So I play Butterfly Effect for 3 piercing. Oh, Shadowforge Blade. I could rest this turn, but Shadowforge, if I didn't rest, I would get 4 attack, and I would smash the wound away for that, and I get 7 total. Now, before I commit to that, I can wound Killmonger again. He'll go down to 4. But if I keep wounding him and then I get more strikes and twists, I could really mess myself up. I could take Malice out for 3 piercing energy, but she's a great avenue to put wounds back. So honestly, I'm not quite sure what to do here. I could take that back and rest the wound away instead, because I kind of need wounds there. I can wound and rest. So here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I'm going to do, you guys. You following? I'm going to undo all of that. We'll start at the beginning. Butterfly Effect. 3 piercing energy. Shadowforge Blade, I'll smash with a soldier. That's 3, 4, 5 attack total. Although that will come from the wound stack. I guess I can wound Malice. But again, that's got to come from the wound stack. I'm nervous about reducing the wound stack any more than it already is. I got 7 cards there, though. But left-hand side doesn't have a lot of good stuff coming up. So maybe I just play it safe right now and take out the Maggia Goons. Or I just rest. Okay, everything at me is screaming, you should rest this turn, so I'm going to, just so I can get a wound out there. If you strike or twist, they're coming from the stack, yes. I'm resting. I have enough time to win if I can really make piercing energy work. And I might, but I'm gonna have to rest. No, rest is at the end of the turn, so I can't do anything after I rest. Rest is just you end your turn without fighting or recruiting. So I can't wound first, unfortunately. That's the rub. Check it out though. Got something. This is not a great hand. There's a Master Strike. Good news though, I gained one of the wounds on him. Should have wounded him again though. So here we go. Left hand's gonna gain the wound that's on him. Right hand's gonna reduce the stack. But I mean that one was in the stack before anyway, so. So now the stack goes up one more. Now it's down to 50%. Only one more strike left though. Okay. Let's do what I can here. 1 attack, 2 attack, 3 attack, triggering the extra card draw for the second Karnak, and 3 recruit. 1, 2, 3. Shadow Queen is very good to take over here, so I'm going to do that. But first, I'm going to hit a Goon for. Yep, we're going to hit a Goon for. All right, I can't move to Malice. 3 attack, 1 recruit, taking out the Goon. Although right side needs more KO, but I got Caiera to do that. I got another 2 agent gone. We're going to pick up Shadow Queen, outwit, draw a card. Another steam-powered arsenal, which is better for some other builds. But we'll see what I get here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, each side can discard a card to KO the spoon. That might be something I do. Just to get another wound out there. Turn 32. I'm running out of time. Another Malice. Okay. Put a wound from the Mastermind and from each villain to the wound stack. Okay, that would have gone back anyway. All right. I gotta focus on Killmonger now. I can use focus the old power to KO that wound from my discard pile. So that's good. And then I can start wounding Malice. So let's mechanize plate mail. 2 recruit. Investigate for a tech card. I fail. Now I got the wound here. I'm gonna put Psylocke on top, but should I keep this wound so I can rest it? No, I'm not. I'm gonna tuck it. I still want good cards. Psychic Knife is going on top, though. Precognition, I got a couple of them, so I get to draw 2 cards. Although, Focus the Old Power could KO that. Nah. Precognition, I gotta make the commitment now. 2 recruit top card of the hero deck. Ooh, yes, Mechanized Plate Mail. I'm gonna take that this turn. Which means if I play both Precognition cards, I can draw 2 cards from top of the deck. Yes, so these 2 Precognitions do stack because they're both targeting the same top card of the hero deck, which is Mechanized Plate Mail. So I will recruit it right now. And I get to draw 2 cards. Which is 1, 2. Alright. So, I didn't get to get another piercing. I should have probably gotten Butterfly Effect. But I have 3 recruit. I could get 2 more, maybe? Let's see what happens. Psychic Knife. Any instinct to play? No. I draw into a wound. Of course I do. There's probably, yeah, so it's definitely a better way to play that. Well, I get 1 recruit. I'll play Focus the Old Power, at least to do this. I do Outwit, so I do KO this wound from my hand. There's a couple wounds in there. And 1 more attack. That's not enough to wound Malice, unfortunately. Darn. I don't have X Gene, so I get 2 piercing energy. Got a lot of each little thing, but not enough of anything, any one thing. After all that, thought that was going to be better than it was. That's disappointing. I could piercing energy Malice. And I might do that on one of them. Just to clear up the city. I only need the 1, really? Because putting 4 wounds back is going to be a big deal, especially with 1 strike left and 2 twists left. But I also could just leave her there. How many colors do I have? No, I don't have any ranged for Taskmaster. Yeah, but if Taskmaster escapes because I didn't do that, then he's going to pass out 2 wounds. That's the only reason why I would do it. Yeah, exactly. I'm gonna Piercing Energy 1 Malice just because I don't want Taskmaster to escape. It doesn't do anything, but and I'll use the other one as utility. Yes, but I need 6 colors for the Hydra level, which is impossible now. So I can't get 6 colors. I can get 6 colors, but that's every class in the starters, which I can't get. 7 would be impossible. I don't have range, and I don't have you know, I have straight. I have enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I need 1 more. Yep. Anyway, I was right. I have 3 recruit left. I will take a steam-powered arsenal, I think. No, I gotta keep this deck thin. I gotta not recruit when I don't need to. I don't need to recruit. I have enough going on. I want to keep... If it's not butterfly effect, I'm not recruiting it, so I'll end my turn there. Alright. I got double the attack you have with 5 attack, 6 attack. I got 12 attack this turn, plus a card draw. So that's good. Turn 33 is another strike. Does Taskmasters? Yes. Fight. Piercing Energy gets through fight restrictions, but once the villain goes to your victory pile, fight effects trigger. So more wounds from Taskmaster. The last time each player gains a wound. Would have lost already if I didn't put any back. So let's put these out. 1, 2. Down to 4 wounds left, which if I fail both twists both times, I could still lose, but I'm a little bit safer now. I'll still try to put some more back. So let's start with Spider Sense Tingling. No, because if I draw the 2, I'm gonna start with Dark Strength because there's no wall crawl. I'm gonna take the chance here. Top card of my deck, cost 4, of course. So this is the 4 cost that's gonna get in my way with the rest of the Spidey cards. So this hand is dead, basically. So yeah, these do nothing. I might reveal the second card. We'll see what the second card is. Top 2 cards of my deck. 1, 2. Yep, they're the same, which is great for avoiding the twist, but unfortunately, it renders these Spider Sense Tingling cards completely useless. They're basically wounds right now. Now hold on. That means I don't have to play the second one. I can get rid of Blinding Flash. Blinding Flash, you may discard a card and have each other player discard a card if you do KO this wound. I don't really want to discard anything over here. Yeah, even the Soldier I don't want to discard because that reduces 2 attack with the doubling. So I'm not going to get rid of the wound. I'll just get 2, 3 attack. That's it. Nothing I can do this turn. And I can't even rest the wound away because it's not that kind of wound. Wow, what a dead turn this was. Yep, that's it. So it happens when you try to get non-spiders and spider decks, and that's why they rate so low in a randomized rating. 4, 5, 6. That's decent. I get a couple investigates off. And this hand is going to be good, so let's see what I can do with it. Turn 34. Scheme Twist. I get to avoid 1 of the wounds. So I am safe from just the twist and strikes. I got 2. So right-hand side gets a wound, but there could be other wounds that go out. So I'm not 100% safe. Yeah, so if the last twist happens and both sides fail, I still have 1 more wound left in the stack. But other things can give out wounds. But for the most part, I'm almost in the clear. Let's start with our card draw and see what we get. I draw an operative. I should have discarded. Maybe not. Now, the thing is, I got enough wounds in the other pile to wound Killmonger, but I might want to take out Malice first. We'll see. I have Covert there, so X Gene triggers. That's 3 piercing energy. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 attack. Smash the operative. That's 6. Double the attack I have, and I am suddenly up to 12. Now, what to do with this? I can wound Killmonger twice, and I have 2 wounds in the KO pile. I can also wound Malice 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can wound Malice completely and end up putting 2 extra wounds back into the wound stack. Or I could hit Killmonger once, or wound Killmonger once, twice, have 2 left over. It's not going to do anything. I could Piercing Energy Malice, but I might not need the engine if I put them all back with Killmonger. Left-hand side, so he's going to go down to 5, down to 4. And that means it's going to cost 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 attack to take him out. Disjointed. And I might not be able to do that. There are very few cards left in the villain deck. I have to take big moves and wound him if I'm trying to win this game. So I'm going to wound him twice. I just have to. So let's do it. And I already got rid of the tactic that gives out wounds. So let's do it. Let's turn this down to 6 and wound him once from the stack. So I get 1 recruit. He's down at 5. Let's wound him again from the KO pile. And I get 1 more recruit. Now he's at 4 attack. I'm very much running out of time, even with the good cards that I've got. I will not get a sidekick. I will not do anything else. I will just leave that as is. I wish I had more KOing. Got a lot of wounds. The wounds are getting in my way. If I get a big turn with wounds, even though I don't have a lot of turns left, I will rest. Very few turns left. Yeah, Taskmaster is technically 3 VP, so I could pierce him, but I would still get wounds from his fight effect. Yeah, he's 3 VP because of the errata, which should be in the special rules. I don't want those wounds. There's only 3 in the stack. Nope. Yep, 3 in the stack right now. 4, 5, 6. I'm not getting great combos here. Maybe I shouldn't have taken Dugan. Turn 35. Mentalo, who is going to ambush by Shield Officer, is a standard, increasing the shield level, the Hydra level, sorry, to 7. And then he's going to get 2, 4, 6, 3 officers. And he's going to go up to 6 attack once again. And we got Grant Ward and Victoria Hand. Those are 2 good ones to have. He's up to 6. Got to focus on taking out the big guy. I wish I got more piercing energy. I wish Psylocke's Rare showed up again. Let's do some investigating. I can chain that into Spider Sense Tingling. 2 recruit. Investigate for a tech card. That's a complete reshuffle, which is probably good, all things considered. Maybe I should have left Caiera untransformed for a while she doubled recruit and got me some good stuff and provided an instinct trigger. That might have been a smart move. Although, I don't think I could. I think it's if there's the KO pile, transform her. I don't think I had a choice. Transform is not a May, as far as I can tell. I have to check the transform rules. I don't think it is. Could be wrong, though. Okay, top 2 cards of the newly shuffled deck is a Blinding Flash and a Fine Fatal Flaw. So I didn't get a tech card. This is a 4-cost card. I'm going to tuck them both. For her, it's not optional. Yeah, some cards say you may transform, right? All right, we're going to do it again. 2 more recruit. No tech card, but I'm going to tuck the agent, hopes I get something better. Leave Karnak on top. Play Spider Sense Tingling. Top 2 cards in my deck are that Karnak that I do get, and I get another agent. If I play Brilliant Strategist first, I'll get 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 total attack. That's enough to hit the Mastermind. So let's do it in that order. 1. No, that was adding to recruit. Sorry. I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just have to wound him a couple more times. So do I need that extra 2 attack? I'll take it. So Brilliant Strategist, 1 attack. Shadowed Spider. 1, 2, 3, up to 4. Yep. There's 4, and then 2 more for the troopers, and 1 more recruit. Oh, it's 5, not 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, I gotta keep wounding him. I gotta keep doing it. Although, there's no more wounds in the KO pile, so if I do that, I could pull a twist and lose. So tough at the end here. I have 2 techs in. If I don't get a tech in hand, I could lose on the next turn if I do that. But if I don't do it, I might run out of time. So maybe I just hit Mentalo this turn. Prevent Taskmaster from escaping a little more. How many turns do I have left? Oh, jeez. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I have 6 turns left. I have 6 turns left. That is not a lot of turns to hit the Mastermind 4 more times. One of those is a twist. If I don't get Noir's rare or something else, I am going to lose on a twist, and I might do that. So, shoot. I would hate to lose that way. I would be so upset if I lost that way. Yeah, that one extra draw. If I did want to wound him, I would do the extra draw from Karnak. And that would put me down to 4 attack. Alright. With the one extra draw from Karnak, I'll take the risk. Although I need the rare, and there's a lot of cards in my deck. And I also, if there's a twist on top, which I don't know if is going to be the case. I'm very nervous about doing this. I don't like it. My gut says, if I'm asking myself, to not do it, because chances are that is exactly what is going to happen. I'll pull a twist and I'll lose early. I kind of feel that that's going to happen. So I'm going to go with my gut, and I'm going to not wound Killmonger right now. For that reason. I'll play it out as is. Not necessarily. Plus, if I'm really going for score, I want to lengthen the game for as long as possible. Yeah, I'm not going to do it. I'm going to hit Mentalo. I got to move on. I'm going to gain Grant Ward. KO the other 2. Okay. And as far as a recruit, I'm going to keep taking... Yeah. I'm going to take another Iron Man. I need those piercing energies together, even if I have a little bit of time. Alright, let's see if... Oh, I get Shadow Queen as well. Cool. And alright, let's see if that all worked out for me. Alright. Would I have gotten a tech on my next hand? Would a Scheme Twist have come up? No, 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 no. Oh, I only got the 6 cards, by the way, so... I guess I'll get to find out what the next card was later. And let's move over. If a twist comes up, I'm going to be very justified right now. Okay, turn 36. It was a Rockstar. It wasn't a twist. But, could have happened the next turn, so we'll see. Alright. Yeah, not a lot this turn either. I can wound the Mastermind, though. But again, I got to rest the wound to do that. Okay, Precognition. It's Shadow Queen. I'm going to recruit it immediately for a card draw. And it's Butterfly Effect. Okay, and now I get the piercing. Only had 1 more piercing. I got 3 piercing energy. Rockstar is going to let me get another bystander. So 3 piercing energy. Doesn't care about doubling attack. That's 1 attack. Dum Dum Dugan gives me 1 more and 2 recruit, and yeah, he's going undercover. I don't know why I kept him in the first place. Get out of here. More VP at the end. A 3rd recruit. I'll double the attack I have. Once again, I can wound Killmonger once. But with no tech on the left-hand side, and probably no tech on the right, it would be kind of a dumb decision for me. Although, I have a smaller deck here. Is there a tech in there? I think it's more likely there's a tech here. I have a couple of techs. Left hand already had 2, so not a lot of cards in the villain deck. I'm gonna take that bet and I'm gonna wound him again. I have one, and I have a smaller deck here. So I think it's a better shot. I'm going to take the shot this time. I don't think the other time I was right. It wasn't the right shot. I'll take the shot now. I really hope I don't regret this. Let's wound him again. From the wound stack. Now 10 wounds have been used. He's down to 3. I get another recruit. I'm at 4. Wish I had 5. Since I'm putting Killmonger's wounds back, I don't really need Malice anymore, so I'm going to Piercing Energy her for 2 and get the Bystander. Get another Bystander when you rescue this one. So, another Bystander is Magma. I gain her as a hero. There's another hero class. A little bit too late. And, yeah, I'm not going to recruit. Let's see. Do I get attack? 1, 2, 3, 4. I got one. I got one. But I don't have the Piercing Energy triggers I need. They're not showing up together. I need more Goons. I don't know how many there are left. Okay, turn 37. Here we go. There's Goons. All right. Shoot, I would have been safe. I mean, I don't regret what I did. Let's do Dark Strength first, just in case. 1 attack. Top card of my deck. It costs 1 or 2. I get 2 attack. 2, 3. Now I play Spider Sense Tingling. Top 2 cards of my deck. 1 goes into my hand. This one goes back. This one's going to do nothing. 4. And I'm at 5. Okay, I can wound and hit Killmonger now and put all the wounds back. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's we wound him for 3 and then 2 and then 1. Oh no, I don't have enough. I need 1 extra. I need 6. Darn. And there's only 2 wounds in the stack. So now I could still lose. Oh yeah, there's the bottom card. That's right. Let's do this for the bottom card. Okay, fail. Succeed. All right, there we go. Dark Strength. 1 more attack. That's going to fail because of the one that's there, but it doesn't matter. That is enough. So let's go ahead and wound him 3 times. Yeah, exactly. And it did. So that's great news. Hold on. Hold on. Wait, I can't do that. I can't do it. I can't do it. There's only 2 wounds in the stack. I can't wound him 3 more times. What was I thinking? Never mind. I only have 2 wounds in the wound stack. I can't wound him. If the wound stack empties, I lose. So I can't even do it. There's no wounds in the KO pile. If I rest, I can't, if I rest, I can't do anything else on my turn, obviously. I totally missed that. There's so many numbers. Okay, well, oh my god, I was really optimistic there for a second. If I wound 1 and rest, both sides have to have tech. And I didn't shuffle them back in yet, did I? Okay, so my rare is here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. About a 50% chance the rare appears. Okay, I'll take those odds. Because right-hand side does have a wound. So, I'm going to take those odds. I'm going to wound. Yep, down to 3. That's the first wound. Only wound I can do. 11 wounds used. Now he's down to 2. Oh, man. And I will rest and KO this wound. But I still can't do it. Because the wound stack will empty on the last one. I gotta KO 1 more wound. Okay. Let's see if I get the rare. No. No. Yes. Doesn't matter. Okay. So I'm safe from a twist on both sides. At least if it comes next. After that, I'm in trouble. Twist, please. Nope, it's Superia. Now I'm in trouble. I wish a twist came up, but now it's not. So that means I probably have lost. I had to take a risk, though. Okay. Another Maria Hill. And now we discard cards. Oh yeah, it's totally gonna come up next. Watch left side to get rid of the rare as well. At least I lasted a ton of turns. And it doesn't matter if I draw or lose for the score. And I played this one so long, this is the last attempt I get today. Let me increase the Hydra level. All right. Please don't let me lose. The Hydra level is 8, so I could lose the rare. What a way to lose this game. What a roller coaster this game has been. Okay, here we go. Top card of the deck, Agent. All right, I keep the tech. Right hand side. It's probably gonna be a twist next. What do I lose? A soldier. Okay, could have been worse. But I get to investigate before a card draw, so that's good. Plus I have, if I get another Psychic Knife, I can hit the Mastermind with Piercing Energy. We'll see what happens. Mechanized Plate Mail. If I do get a tech card, though, I have to draw it, which is going to mess me up for my next turn. So is this the smart thing to do? I think there's another tech in here or so. So if I investigate for it, I have to draw it this turn, which means I don't get it next turn. But if I investigate, I might get the chance to get an instinct card. And if I do, where's the other instinct card, though? Shoot, it's in the deck, isn't it? Yeah. And then I can hit the Mastermind without putting more wounds on him. Alternatively, I could rest again with like 3 cards left in the villain deck. If I draw the tech, I'm going to be very mad. I mean, I'll play Butterfly Effect first. It'll just work, so I can do something. 3 Piercing Energy. I need 1 more Piercing Energy. My gut says don't do it. If I hit that tech card, I'm gonna be very upset. Well, what are the odds? No, I mean if I draw a tech, that would have been a tech I would have had for the next turn when the twist might come up. Just Herald. But I don't have a lot of instinct cards either. I think I have 1 tech and 1 instinct. So the chances of them coming up are equal. 7, 8, 9 cards. I don't believe in the heart of my cards here. Investigate is a definite draw. I'm very nervous about this. So here's what I did. I did the safe thing, and then I did the risky thing. So I'm going to alternate and do the safe thing again, just because that logic makes sense to me. Go back and forth. I did the safe, I did the risky, I'm doing the safe again. Just so I can survive a little longer. And I'm not going to investigate. I gotta choose. I'm not going to draw a second knife either. I don't want to draw anything. I'm going to instead Piercing Energy Superior, get some more VP, and call it a turn. And we'll see if I was right. Okay. The top 2 cards of the deck were. Okay, that would have been fine. I'm glad I trusted the gut. That would have been drawn. Would I have had another one? 3? That was 3 cards down, so I wouldn't have seen Psychic Knife, and I would have drawn... I would have tucked this. I would have drawn Psychic Knife, so I would have simultaneously hit the Mastermind, but also would have probably lost to the twist in the next turn. 4, 5, 6. We'll see. I'll feel justified if a twist comes up. No, I wouldn't. Yeah. Here we go. No, it wasn't a twist. But this happens. Anyway, I'm going to do it this turn. A villain from victory pile enters, wound that villain, then wound Baron Macabre number of times. Oh. I've just lost. Yep. I would have lost anyway. Wouldn't have mattered. Oh, no, it would have mattered. If I had hit him, I could have won. Yep. That would have been like a weird roundabout safe thing. But no, I totally lose. That's the game. Yep. So, yep, because the weakest thing I put in is a Maggia Goon. Gets the wound from there. And then gets 1 wound. And the wound stack is empty. So let me do that. What a game. But that is going to be a loss, unfortunately. Evil wins. Where was that twist? The twist was the next card. Oh, boy. Okay. I do not envy you guys playing this week. Because you just saw what I had to go through. Second game, I kind of got the wounds under control for a while. And then it just got completely away from me. Red John with the understatement of the century. But let's go ahead and resolve this. See, if I had taken that risk, I could have hit Killmonger that turn. I would have gotten more wounds. That would have been fine. And I would have survived 2 more turns. I'd probably have lost by the end of it. So, whatever. 39 turns. I'll take it. Here were the results. It was a loss. And I don't get time to play another one. Because it's been 3 hours. So, there we go. It was a lose. There you go. Once again, let's show you the setups for this week. Setup A and setup B. There you go. So setup A is the one I just played. Setup B is Princess Shuri, Black Widow, Gambit, Spider-Man, and Rogue in the hero deck. We've got Hydra in place of Hydra Offshoot, which is some more points for you maybe. And then Doombot Legion in place of the Maggia Goons. And then we've also got some special rules. Make sure you follow these real quick. So shield officers put in the escape pile are not villains, so don't count them at the end when counting villains at the end of the game. Taskmaster's misprint, and then to wound a villain means to put a villain on the wound stack from the KO pile or from the KO pile. They get -1 attack for each wound on them. When they're defeated, return all wounds on it to the wound stack. So keep all those things in mind. I would have loved to see this scheme eliminated, but I think there's going to be some more fortunate Mastermind pairs to do that with. Plus, well, we'll just see. But I appreciate you guys coming by. Join me next week for Randomizer number 132, where we might get a rematch against Killmonger. Who knows? Yes, in setup A, put them on the bottom of the stack because you mix them in with Grievous Wounds. If you don't have Grievous Wounds, you don't have to do that. But if you do, you do. All right, you guys. Enjoy this one. I'm going to... Oh, let me put my score in, actually. I forgot I need to do that. Oh, yeah, I'll do that off air. You've all seen it. All right, I'll see you guys later. Have a great rest of your day. And I hope we get some Legendary news next week. Probably some Matrix previews. Take care, everybody.